Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second week of the DPL's Reboot Season 1 tournament. Today we have Tempo versus Khaos, a matchup which is going to be excited. Two very good teams, very good players. We'll be playing Due Process today, which coincidentally is also on sale on Steam. 90% off. It's, I believe, 70 cents. It's less than a coffee. Yeah, just get it. Great game. You're gonna be seeing more of that today. I'm joined by Soy Bars.
Hello. Long-time Due Process player, second-time Due Process caster. Good to be here.
Great to be here. He's gonna do our play-by-play today. I'll be doing callers. I believe our lineup is ready, so maybe we can take a look at the teams.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of these teams play, although I do see... oh, there's just a private room full of quite a few players that are not on the teams. I'm looking at the Discord. Okay, we do have Tempo, which features Due Process player Sir Front, one of the people I remember from years ago.
Yeah. We got Tempo versus Khaos. We've seen Khaos play against Arise before, where they actually won from Arise. Khaos is a very solid team, very dangerous. Tempo also played Arise. Didn't go as well for Tempo.
I
believe yesterday that was even. Yeah, Arise turned out to be just about the better player, or the better team. It was close though, very close. So Tempo definitely has a good shot against Khaos. If they get their head in the game and capitalize on the mistakes that Khaos are potentially gonna make, I'm sure they can pull ahead. Tempo consists of the team leader Fellow. Then we've got Frosty, Machina, Crimson, and Front. And on Khaos we have Ghetto, Tommy, Roach, Nomad, and Toxic. And I believe Ghetto is indeed the team leader. Very fun to see. We see Machina and Toxic as the snipers, the pointed snipers. So I'm curious to see if we get some good maps where we get 1v1s, sniper 1v1s, or how many kills they're gonna be picking up with the Saber and Mob. These teams are very much capable of getting some quick headshots and maybe even 5Ks.
Yeah, you know, I was just trying to look for the... I know we posted it somewhere in the Discord. I was looking for the leaderboard.
Yes, it's in announcements.
Aha!
Better scroll a bit up. Yeah, Tempo is number one, and
these are our number 1 or 2 teams. I just wanted to make sure of this. I need to do my fact checking before we go live next time. But hey, we're playing it fast and loose.
This is gonna be one hell of a match.
Yeah, these are Tempo and Arise are in our top 3. Khaos being number 2. And who did we see play yesterday?
Yesterday we saw Tempo versus Arise, and then Pink Pony Club versus MKUltra, who are quite a bit lower
so
the
lower
leaderboard.
Bracket.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
This is going to be an incredibly high-tier game with 2 incredible teams. It really, like Tempo, Khaos, and Arise, all of those teams are very much capable of winning this tournament. So
yeah,
this seems like
cream of the crop. I'm excited to watch some of these matches. I'm especially excited to see some of these maps. Full disclosure, I haven't played the game in a couple weeks. Been busy.
How dare you?
Yeah, I know, right? But I want to get back in. And
it looks like we're live. First map C-Store. Khaos is on the attacking side with Tempo defending. Both teams are quickly making plans.
Yeah, Operation Exit Linebacker here. I'm going to start calling out the map names for fun because I didn't really used to think of them ever. And then when I started playing again after the relaunch, I remembered. Each map technically has a name. They have very funny, randomly generated names.
Yeah, you do that, definitely. We see barbed wires going out quite a bit in Arcade, Liquor, and one very interesting barb on storefront, which is going to force any push from entrance to go the long way around, essentially. Which seems like Khaos is planning on doing. So they're going to find that barb. It's going to be a nasty surprise, I believe. Blowing entrance with a wall charge. Tommy is on the Klecker. I think this is a pretty solid defense for Tempo. I think they got plenty of angles on that storefront. If that's the only point of entrance, I think Khaos might be in a bit of trouble.
This does look fairly defense-sided. You know, looking at the angles that the attackers have, each one is pretty easily barbed off in terms of just giving the defender space to work with. As you see these 3 barbs on the map, one by the left green door near storage, one in the center by the entrance, right next to the bomb, kind of making them have to go the long way if they blow entrance, and then one back by the arcade, which cuts off a couple points away there too. Honestly, I would just blow entrance if I was Khaos here. Let's see what they do. I think that was their initial plan as drawn up on the map, but they are peeking around free entrance and they are doing a little scouting here.
Yeah, Khaos also bringing out the nade, which might come in very valuable, as the barbed wires on this particular map are very well placed.
Entrance, just like we called it up. Sir Front was sitting in arcade, maybe able to rotate out and look. See, yep, there it is. And then let's see how the attackers handle entry now that the entrance is actually open. Pretty slow going though.
They are taking it careful, definitely.
Oh, and I don't think we... Oh, maybe it's the spectator. Okay, regardless of if the barb was placed or not, it's blown up because a nade just went off. So they are, you know, pretty surgically and slowly, attackers are making their way in about as well as they could here. Look, they haven't lost anybody. They're all piled into entrance now. They do need to check each other on holding angles and just get in on these flashes. Oh yeah, look at this. They're already the bomb.
Oh, great kills from Khaos.
Yeah, holy moly.
Wow, absolutely dismantling Tempo. Frosty on what's standing, pre-firing, can't connect.
What a show of force where, you know, they really took their time getting in. Like, they did not overrush. They let the util do its job before all 5 were even inside the map. And then gunfight-wise, that stuff happened so fast, I couldn't even tell you. They just seemed to have won.
Yeah, Tempo really tried mounting a proper defense, but Khaos just completely seemed to know about Tempo's plan.
Well, they had the nade for the nade for the one barb, and like, you know, outside of that, I think it was on Tempo to be in a better position to just have more angles covered on entrance because all 5 of them were there.
Bucket, ground bucket.
You suddenly have 5 guns shooting in your direction. You need more than 2 or 3 people looking back to try and win those exchanges.
Yeah, no, definitely. I was a bit distracted by the bucket ritual going on there. Khaos still having that Klecker, securing an Ingmar and a whole bunch of powerful.
Oh, we got an Ingmar
guns.
and wow, this is gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough for Tempo to compete with that now.
Round 1, getting 3 defender guns is a good advantage.
It's 4. It's 4. They've got an Ingmar,
oh, you're right.
I didn't
even notice
Gruber.
I didn't notice the Gruber there. Okay, so
both Kleckers.
If you're Tempo,
what
do you do to try and stymie Khaos as much as you can on this one? This is again a fairly defender-sided map, in as much as if you look at crates, if you look at where the bomb is, they have no outside entry into there. They have to go through those 2 green doors. So if defense can play to that bottleneck, I mean, it depends on how Khaos gets in via attack, but I would try to just focus on essentially locking up crates, hall, lockers. I don't think you maybe want one guy in pillbox to cover hall, but outside of that, I would try to split between crates and lockers, knowing that they have to go this way.
Pillbox knowing that you can good for a few pot shots, but
it just feels almost like a trap. In as much as you can't rotate from pillbox back to the bomb in any easy fashion, you would have to really stick it.
Exactly. It looks like they're going free door.
Khaos going free makes a lot of sense here. It lets them chill on util. It lets them push the advantage of their guns. It looks like we're saving the Ingmar too. We're saving a lot. We're only bringing the AK and the Gruber. One
also,
AK, one
leaving
Gruber.
a nade behind instead, taking a cutting torch to potentially get through any barbed wire, which definitely are there. That's gonna kill some of their momentum. Not sure if that's entirely the correct play, but who knows? Maybe that nade's gonna come in very useful on the next map.
All right, let's see here.
Wallbangs going out, connecting, doing a bit of chip damage on Surf front. They brought the shield, I haven't noticed that before. That's really gonna allow them to use that cutting torch to their full potential. Defenders are set up in pillbox. Oh no, but the shield has visual on them. That's gonna be a call out. That's something I'll be picking. And Machina wasting Nomad with a really well placed wallbang. Absolutely crazy. The attackers, indeed, not that much momentum, slowly cutting through the barbed wire. I think they've cleared it now.
I love this little mini-map view we have. Look at this hall choke point that we've got going on.
Really well
this is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
They're all piled into hall. They have one green door to get through. They don't seem to be trying to rotate around to the other end, the lockers side.
Automatic shotgun going out, but also trying to defend crates. Ooh, the attackers still have one flashbang left. No, they have two. Khaos has two flashbangs left, so there's definitely possible to flush out crates. I think they're making their play. Flashing heavily, going in. Instantly Tommy goes down. Toxic Roach. Roach team firing Toxic. Ghetto taken out by the automatic shotgun. And that's it for Khaos.
All right. Good on Khaos. Taking good advantage of the fact that good for Tempo, taking good advantage of the fact that Khaos really just tried the brute force approach and didn't try to get fancy with it. Didn't try alternate angles. Just tried to take free door and like bully their way in with eco, and Tempo said no, you got to try harder than that.
Yeah, those choke points are nasty. If you know where your enemy is, the wall bangs are just crazy for defense. I don't know what happened between Toxic Toxic and Roach. I believe that the team fire was unexpected. We'll need to view that again. But Tempo really played that well. The automatic shotgun in crates just cleaned it up.
Yeah, I would say like given the start, that was the tie up that Tempo needed for this set of three. Now we just have an honest bank where both sides have a round, both sides have used a little bit of their resources. Offense is going to have that Ingmar and the second AK that they saved.
Yeah, now the eco is tight again. Khaos losing all the really good defender weapons. We're back on Bank, on a very popular Bank map. We actually saw this one yesterday as well. You can really hold up security if you want to be funny about it. Manager is probably the best push. We've seen the attackers pushed through Hall before, but that didn't really play out because it kind of forces you through servers, and you don't want to go through servers if you don't have to. The defenders seem to know that properly. They're actually planning on barbing the green door, whilst the attackers are planning to use a door charge on a green door just to get rid of that barbed wire, which they're predicting.
That does make sense given the way that these banks are set up. I haven't honestly seen it in practical play too often, but like given the stakes, given that this is high level play, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the defenders really heavily defending around manager and accounting. There's also a nade planned on entrance, so I think we're seeing a bit of a split push. Maybe Toxic, yeah, definitely Toxic with the Saber sniper rifle being on entrance, trying to see if he can get a hit or two on the defenders, or at least keep overwatch and making those rotates really dangerous.
We'll have to see here.
Great nade. We see the defenders are actually, Surf front is grabbing a Legros. Very interesting. Bit of smoke, bit of peeking. They know there's somebody in security. Are they gonna flash it out? They see the barb. I think the door is kicked down. Very smart on the defender side. They can't place a door charge there anymore.
Yeah, they're in entrance, by the way. Yeah, we got in.
Toxic
we got in down
going
south.
in.
With
getting a bit of tagged. Let's see if he can connect the shot on Crimson.
Yeah, with the Saber.
He's in a poor position. He can get flanked on both sides. Oh, and Toxic
Fellow
going
taken
down.
out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, just Nomad now. Okay.
Nomad getting a 2k though. Can he pull it back?
Yeah, I was going to say not unwinnable, but quite the hill to climb.
Nomad can definitely win this.
Yeah.
It's still very dangerous. Their front is also just one hit away.
Ooh, good shots. Nomad trying to fight his way. Yeah, that's too hard. They were just closing in on him at that point.
Yeah, lots of plays were made. I think pushing with the Saber into entrance, that might not have been the play there. Being flanked, being able to get attacked from two sides, it's very dangerous, very dangerous. Once they know that the Saber is inside, they're not just gonna let them sit around. They're gonna try and flank that. Really smart on the defender side to kick that green door down, which really just puts a hard into the attacker side. Here's that window is kind of blocked off half, so they can't jump through the window.
Right.
It was tough. But we're seeing a switch now. Khaos and Tempo switching sides. Tempo on the attack with Khaos on the defense. I think we're seeing similar plans. Good barbed wire liquor. That one barb in storefront maybe somewhere. Tempo highlighting entrance. Probably gonna try and push for entrance again. I think this map is fairly popular and very well played out. Although...
Yeah, let's see. Your Tempo, you just got smacked by the entrance. What do you do to try and throw Khaos off? The problem with this map, I would argue, though, is that there aren't many other good options, right? Like...
Yeah, it's very tough to actually have eyes on the bomb without being in storefront. That goes for both the attackers and defenders, but the defenders have Teller. Cool, but that's just, you can kind of get locked up in Teller.
I could see an argument for a coordinated entry on storage where as 5-stack you split liquor and freezer like 2-3, and then you try to just only control the left half of the map, defuse the bomb, and then just play defense to the right, like if they're coming from the right half of the map. But that would take so much effort. You would need shotguns for the green doors. You would need them to kind of be a little off on their rotates, I think.
Yeah.
Versus blowing up entrance and doing the easy way, the shorter route to bomb, so to speak.
We're seeing no barbed wires on entrance. Might be a mistake.
Ooh, I love this little action shot we got of the...
Yeah, we got good cameras.
Yeah, shouts out to directors, shouts out to observers. That's what's up. All right, so they are making the front approach. Yep.
Yeah. The fellow now has a nade which they can use on another location than that barbed wire, so that's going to be very dangerous for the defenders.
All right, entrance barbs placed only after, they were waiting, and same nade, same barb.
Instantly down.
Getting it a little faster than Khaos did is Tempo, and getting rewarded for it. They're just blitzing.
Good push. Surfront going down. Frosty going down. Ooh, the attack is kind of falling apart now.
No,
losing that momentum.
Khaos holding the line. It's a 2v2, I believe, right? Actually,
yeah, 2v2. Tempo having more HP, being up on everything except for position.
The rightmost player card is blocked by my camera, so I can, on any given time I can only tell the team.
It's a 1v1. Mekina with a sniper.
Okay, this is a 1v1. Okay.
Nomad with the SMG. This is going to be exciting. This is going to be a close match. Mekina looking for a different weapon, frantically trying to switch off from that long-range sniper.
Ooh.
Diffusing, pushing, but I think Mekina has seen Nomad in bathroom.
Yeah, Nomad had the eyes on him.
Push.
Look at that. Look at that. No, he doesn't know where he is. Yeah, good repositioning by Nomad. Like we could see that. We could see that. Shouts out to Observer. He ran through Teller to the other side and basically like did have Machina in a bind, in as much as Machina had to pick a side to defuse from, and no matter which side he picked, Nomad was capable of rotating to the other side. So that was a tricky one for the offense in the 1v1 scenario, given that you have to be the one defusing the bomb.
Definitely, very well played by both sides. Tempo's attack was very quick and started off very strong, with Khaos slightly team firing. I think they were caught in a crossfire. So team killing their own teammate, but they did pull it back, and that Nomad Machina 1v1 was very well played out.
Khaos very much proving themselves to be better at that map, at least. The 2 wins they have had. We're on C-Store, so...
Yeah, those close range, those are those gunfights I think Khaos does excel at. We're seeing a very similar defense, very similar offense. Hopefully Tempo can pull it off a bit better than Khaos was able to.
I want to see Tempo do something different. I don't necessarily know what it is. It might be taking the right side of the map, but they seem to be crossing that out as I say it. They seem to not care for that one bit.
Yeah,
they're trying to say
a lot of rooms.
They're trying to say we want to go construction. That is just such a nasty bottleneck, though, for the defenders. Like, look at that, just that hallway crunch. I mean, we saw it last round. This isn't new. Like, I'm not talking about something that we didn't just talk about. However,
yeah, it is. It
remains the story of this map. Like, I would really like to see someone try to go through lockers instead, but like no one wants to.
If you want to talk about like a funnel, lockers is a bigger funnel than anything else. It's very dangerous, lots of nooks and crannies, and eventually pushing through that door. You can flash it, but
here's my argument.
Spots.
If you as the attackers think they're going to be focused on hallway, and you 5-stack through office, you just need flashes to make those entries. You need good coordinated flashes to get into lockers and to get into crates.
That's true. That's true. Although I
guess
think
lockers, maybe they can play anti-flash pretty easily.
Gives a lot of choice, because if you got hall, you could rotate through all the other points. And this entrance does have 2 doors into hall. But that pillbox, for once, pillbox is actually useful. Oh, messing up the shotgun. Ghetto instantly going down. We see a mob, or I hear, Toxic on the mob. Very interesting. Ooh, connecting with Machina. Very nasty, very long range.
Wow, just going for the wall bangs, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta respect that.
Oh.
Offensive.
Yeah, cutaway just as Toxic was looking there. It does look like, we're down to a 4v3 or a 4v2?
4v3, yeah.
3,
Crimson
okay, good,
still
good.
alive with the torch. This is tough for the attackers. The shield has been dropped, which is gonna make torching nigh impossible. I think they need to get that shield up, people. Nasty wallbang. Crimson getting another kill. Saffron also
again.
Saffron is the last one. Oh no. Can they pull it back?
Oh, buddy.
Oh!
Wow, no scoped.
Toxic coming in with the no scope. Close corner mob.
Khaos is turning it around.
Khaos is coming back this match. Can they keep the momentum up? One more map. They have good util. Still got the mob. Still got good weapons. I think they secured the torch, which is gonna make attacking a bit more tough, although they should have 2 door charges left, including Clacker. And we're back on Bank, same map, same old story. I think it's gonna be a very similar push. Yep, it is. Or they're gonna switch it up. Is that gonna be a hall push? Oh, hall through servers, yeah. Very interesting. I think it could work if you're quick about it. You don't want to give the enemy time to rotate into servers. Initially, they're probably not going to be set up in servers, so if you're really quick about it, you might be able to get through.
I'm looking at this. And... Okay, I think I see the vision.
Right? they distracted manager. Everybody goes manager.
Wait, no, manager's
obvious.
so much better than servers. I had to look at this map properly. I feel like I missed it last time in terms of like just following what the other team was planning. But if I'm doing this map, I'm trying to blow manager, bully my way into accounting, and at that point you like look at the vault door. You only have to care about your entrance to security, which is frankly going to be annoying for the defenders to get to if they're not already there.
Yeah, no, manager definitely is the better approach. They initially wanted to make a distraction on servers, or, well, a counter distraction, because I think sending 1 or 2 guys through servers, like that flank, that could be quite dangerous for accounting.
I believe what they're going to do, I can't see the bottom of the map quite yet, but if they just have one at entrance for the log peek, that you can peek all the way through lobby into accounting. You see that door where Toxic's sitting right there on the map. Mm-hmm. So if you have 4 people going manager and you have them mostly distracting, and then you have Machina who might be going, no, it's all 5. We're 5 stacking manager. Okay.
They changed their plan. They're 5 stacking manager.
You know, it's interesting to see defenders take the saber.
Ooh, this is tough though. Are they gonna use the nade early? Because they're gonna have a second barbed wire a bit further up ahead.
I'm just noticing that Toxic exchanged the mop for the saber last round. Is that?
Yeah.
Do defenders like the saber? I tend to not. I think it doesn't do enough.
Really? The saber is just, in my opinion, a better version of the mob. Right?
Well, given that attackers have more health, now I've never really like challenged my initial assessment of I don't want to click more than I have to.
Mm-hmm.
But attackers can tank more than 2 saber bullets, right? So that's where it becomes you got to hit those shots.
So yeah, but you can shoot very quick whilst. The mob is maybe a bit better.
All right, we are defending accounting, but not successfully, as they are just able to get in.
Yeah. Defenders trying to scramble, defending from lobby, but they need to do more than just holding lobby.
Well, they're not going to be able to.
Yeah. Open.
I'm waiting for the defuse to start from this. Oh, okay. Saber. This is Toxic. Toxic with that hold is actually possibly enough.
Great shot for Toxic. Yeah, that's very dangerous. They do have a nade. Frosty does have a nade, and they threw it short.
This is a solid hold for Toxic, but he just needs to be. Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. I believe.
Machina has 1 flashbang. They can do it if they flash deep.
No, Toxic is playing this so good right now. This is exactly what you need to do.
And they mess up the flashbang. Oh no.
Oh my goodness. What a show of force from Toxic. Holy moly.
Such a good push from Tempo.
Yeah, no, they had
the entire thing. But they naded short and then they flashed short. They needed to throw that.
If that nade had just made it in, that is a very astute observation. That nade could have been the key to winning.
They had a nade and a flashbang, and they just couldn't get Toxic out of there. Now, do you see what we were talking about this? Do you now finally agree that the saber is the better weapon?
No, okay, listen, I get it. This is what I wanted to believe.
You couldn't do that with a mob.
You couldn't. I want to believe, right? Like, and in that situation, I'm really glad I was skeptical from a narrative point of view, because like I getting proved wrong on camera is not a bad thing if it results in some cool ass moments.
Yeah, the saber can just clean up an entire team. It's a sniper rifle, but it's a semi-automatic sniper rifle.
That was
it's
extremely
something
clip-worthy.
to joke about.
Very much so.
Yeah. I think we're gonna see this in a short.
To Toxic's credit, I think they were hitting some headshots in that exchange too, which is like that.
Oh yeah,
the big difference maker.
Oh yeah. No, that was proper aim. I think the camera was slightly bugged, so we saw it. Like they were aiming
the reason
above,
I dislike the saber I don't like the saber as much is just because they can tank body shots. But if you're hitting your headshots with that gun, especially in a lineup like what Toxic, oh man, that was so awesome to see.
It was a great
like 3 or 4v1 defense at that point. Like that was nuts. We'll have to go back and watch that one later. A definite highlight.
Yeah. We'll definitely see it on YouTube, I believe, in the shorts. Anyway, and we're back on Kill Dome. Teams have swapped again. We're in the second half of the first match. It's Khaos on defense and Tempo on attack. All utility has been reset. They all got their weapons and everything back. We see a split push. 3 going for pit, 2 going for beach, trying to secure that pit. There's no wall charge into castle. They're actually planning on pushing through jungle. This is the long way around, I believe. I've not seen this being played like that before. It's a bit of a better known map also.
Yo, I love this view from the stands.
Look, it's us. Yay.
This is what it's like to be a Kill Dome spectator.
Yeah, beautiful map. Great for DPL as well. One day we'll build one in real life.
That's right.
Shield going out.
All right, shield pit approach I like because it lets you do exactly what they're doing here, which is watch that door. That's a nasty barb for them to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they gonna use their nade or save it? No, they're nading it. Yeah, it's a better play, I believe. Stand back.
All right. Friendly fire avoided.
2 Ingmars from castle taking
yeah, that
out.
is...
Oh no, the meat grinder.
Well, and you see they tried to smoke this angle and I think they messed it up. I didn't see exactly where that smoke landed on entry,
yeah,
but it's not doing its job, I'll tell you that much.
You're not gonna win those exchanges even with the defender HP. Oh, unless they get some nasty angles. Slicing the pie. They need to kick that door, but doing so is probably going to get them killed. We see Machina flanking around quietly, dropping their weapon
Machina just dropped their whole weapon? Yeah.
Yeah, whoops. Okay. It happens,
awkward,
you know?
But he's in position, and the other 3 are still in pit, so...
Shield really does
have the ability to disrupt the narrative in terms of where they're looking here, the defenders.
The attackers are running out of time. Got 15 more seconds to take out 4 defenders.
They are in. Like, the defenders are not in castle. They can force the hand
they
here.
need to start diffusing.
Yeah, they really...
You don't want to be put under pressure, and Machina is just way too low.
That just seemed like unfortunate timing or coordination. Like, if all the... There was a brief window on the map there where all 3 defenders were outside of castle, 1 attacker was in castle, and the other 2 attackers were close enough to castle that if they had been able to coordinate, like 1 defending, 1 defusing, 2 defending, that was definitely within their hands. That was a tricky one to watch.
Yeah, I feel like taking the shield was a good play, definitely a good play. We've seen it come in very useful, but I would have liked to see the torch come with it. That way you can save the nade for maybe just tossing it into castle. We also saw, quite frankly, a lack of flashbangs. Just utility was not utilized all around. I feel like what you said, if everybody kicked down those doors at the same time and they flashed in castle, I think they could have secured it and just taken out all the defenders there. It looks like the game is paused. I believe we have some connection issues, maybe? Either way, we're back on screen.
Happened. Yeah, I just went back to cams.
It's a player disconnected. Okay, yeah.
So we're just getting someone back in.
Yeah. Very interesting plays. I also wonder what happened with Machina dropping their weapon on the ground. A bit of performance issues right there.
Yeah, that seemed like an error, an unintentional error for sure.
Yeah, it's quite weird. I've got the default keybind is, I believe, J, and you have to hold J in order to drop it. So
I honestly never even think about it outside of the van or the setup room. So I was like,
yeah, how do you accidentally press the drop button? It's
a tough one. Curious about, so we have a Rise just kind of coming right back after the 1-2 loss on that first set. We have Khaos coming like right back.
Good comeback. Yeah, Tempo hold their own in the beginning, but it looks like they're kind of falling apart.
Well,
it's a shame to see, but they can
pull
it back. I believe they can pull it back. This looks like pretty well thought out attack plan.
Second new map, so they have some new, you know what I mean? Like they have new territory to work with.
They still have a lot of utility.
Yeah, they are attacking here. So let's see. If I'm on offense on this map,
server farm, I'd say.
Yeah,
at least that's what they're going for.
A little harder to see the south end, but yeah, I think I can see an argument for taking sorting, as someone seems to have drawn, although defense seems to have drawn that on the map. They're maybe looking out for that.
I believe you can climb the boxes in sorting and then maybe wallbang onto those shelves. I'm not sure if that's actually possible, but I think that is what they're worried about. Luckily for them, the attack is going through the free open door, again saving utility. I believe they're looking to get both Toxic and Server Farm. That way they have a cross angle. I think, honestly, Office isn't even a priority. Look at that. Great dismount. Oh, already having the flashbang ready. Can't prep early enough.
Yeah, Server Farm lets you take the side of the map that I think is going to be more occupied. I don't know. Let's see here.
You see surprisingly close range weapons coming out from Tempo, while Khaos is opting for long range weapons. So it's very
I mean, I do think SMGs are what you want to take this half of the map in terms of just getting into the server farm section, the toxic section. But that was a nasty angle from Machina, yeah.
And that's the only black tar they've brought with them, so instantly Machina going out. Toxic, again, with that sniper, like we mentioned, Toxic is the sniper for Khaos, and it's clearly...
Yeah, Toxic had... I mean, that was a hard angle to fight without any kind of flashbang entry, and it looks like they just didn't go for that.
Yeah, then they...
that molly!
Yeah, great push from Ghetto.
Front, trying to fight his way in, also dead. And Frosty the last alive.
Toxic having...
That's tough.
No, that's Tommy. Tommy getting a double kill there. I think... Yep, they were being flanked. That's
decisive,
tough.
Dominant.
Tommy with 3 kills. Beautiful play. Toxic with the first shot. And Nomad.
So Tempo now in a position of only being able to tie. Is that correct? That's how this works?
Yep.
For the viewers at home? Obviously, I know.
The first match is going to be a tie. That's going to be 1 point for... if they can tie, that's going to be 1 point for both teams. If Khaos wins, that's going to be 2 points for Khaos and 0 for Tempo.
All right.
Let's see if they can bring it back. They need 4 more wins for the tie. 4 wins in a row. Can't mess up even once. It's the last surprise map, after which we're switching and Tempo should know what to do with. But C-Store. Very interesting C-Store. The bomb is kind of hidden away from Arcade and Teller, making entrance a pretty alright push. Lots of angles onto entrance though, and the attackers know that. They're drawing out the lines. Defenders are planning on barbing it up heavily, barbing up storefront quite heavily. Those are good barb wires.
Yeah, this map is... this map's
Tempo
tough.
has no more nades either, so those barbs are going to be very difficult. Tempo also has no more shield, so torching them is going to be very difficult. I think Khaos is really set up for a win here. They've got major advantage over Tempo.
Not gonna lie, if I'm Tempo, I would be seriously considering the arcade route. If you're 5-stacking arcade with enough coordination, you can bully your way into Teller and open entrance anyway. And it puts you in the position of getting to hold the freezer rotate. Like, you don't have to enter freezer. You don't actually have to go through there, I think, at all. You can really just like have someone holding green door and then go out through the arcade entrance, the blue hallway entrance right there. Obviously, there's a peak. If you see the little freezer door right there, that's where a defender could be. But again, this is why attackers have flashbangs, right? The job of attack is to anticipate where the defenders are going to be and then your key to unlocking that is a flashbang. I know someone's going to be there holding an angle. I throw a flashbang.
Yeah,
but if you're wrong about that, you're wasting it. So, all right, let's see. This is a bathroom approach. Molly is going to cut off Frosty. He's in there by himself. Let's see. He's got the shotgun though. It's a good place to be defending, but it seems like no one is in bathroom. They're gonna let the attackers have it.
And Toxic instantly sniping Machina again. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's insane. So brutal. They're kind of in their own little battle here.
Roach messing up the molly, kind of cutting their own team off from re-entering. Frosty very low, very low. Very dangerous to push on.
So 2v3 here. They are into Teller, but to what cost? Like, it doesn't really do anything at this point. You don't have anyone to take advantage of it. Which means now they just need to use Teller.
And Frosty getting taken out by the sniper. Toxic is absolutely dismantling their team and getting flanked from behind.
All right, well.
Good day. Khaos absolutely dismantling that push. What can you do about it?
A really decisive turnaround too, considering they had a 1-2 in the first set.
Yeah, look at that. First game won by Khaos, after which they weren't doing too hot. Toxic, tempo, pulling back. But the 6 win streak on defense as well. That's that's tough. That's tough. I think
you gotta wonder what the mental's like.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Khaos is definitely clearly defense-oriented, and I think Tempo, after losing 6 games in a row, kind of needs to reset themselves. They need this for the second match we're going to be seeing. Let's hope they won't continue this. Let's hope it won't be a 7-0.
Yeah, and Tempo being our number 1 seeded team. Bit of an upset, I suppose, right?
Yeah, they expect some resistance, but I don't think this is playing out the way they wanted to. Khaos is a very dangerous team and has also beaten Arise quite badly. So
I like to see it, I gotta say. Like, given that my other, I just want some close matches, right? As a spectator, as a lover of the game. I don't want 7-0 sweeps. I want these matches to be close.
Yeah, I think Tempo can. They can win. They've got all the players
100%. I want to see how they shift focus here. Like, they were good.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds like we might be going to a break. Let me hand it to you, Troy.
Yeah, we're gonna go on a little 5-minute break, setting up the next teams. Teams are going to be discussing their strats, are going to reset their mentality. So we'll see you in 5. Bye-bye. Hello, we're back with the second half of the first game of DPL. We're watching Tempo versus Khaos. Last match, Khaos won quite decisively with a 7-2 game. Tempo holding their own in the first half of the game, but quickly falling apart, losing 6 matches in a row. Yeah, 6 in a row. Rounds. Wow.
That was the narrative. Khaos started off with a win, lost 2 straight in pretty non-impressive fashion, and then after that just didn't drop a game.
Yeah. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They said call an ambulance, but not for us.
Yeah, they absolutely wouldn't say wipe the floor with, but some of those games where a lot of people still left standing. There were a few 1v1s at a certain point, but there were also just 4 people left alive from Khaos, and at that point,
thinking about this too. I need to go back and look at the sequencing of when that match was, but the insane win that Toxic had on that bank map with the Saber.
Yeah,
defending the bomb with against 4 attackers with their own gun. That seemed to have done perhaps enough psychic damage to bolster them through the. I think it was only I think it was either them going up 3-2 or them maybe tying. No, it couldn't have been them tying.
No, but I believe it was
at the end of the first set,
wins.
and it just seemed like such a swing, and such a blunder for the other team, for Arise, that now that I'm thinking about it in retrospect, that might have been the moment they lost their steam, and so they need to get that back.
Yeah, definitely. Toxic completely just dismantling the entire enemy team. Great hold. The attacking team did make a few mistakes there. Tempo tossed a few short nades and flashbangs, which probably could have been tossed a bit better. Surprisingly enough, though, Toxic is being swapped out. Our star sniper is no longer playing, being swapped out for Photon. If you've watched DPL before, you've probably seen him play. Photon is also a very strong player. We're not entirely sure why Toxic is being swapped out. Kind of weird to swap out the guy that's really playing well, but I think they might have another match going on. Not sure.
I don't know. Yeah, we were not given a decision or like a reason why, but given that Khaos is already up.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are our team names set right?
Yeah, Khaos versus Tempo.
No, I mean, it looks like isn't Sir Frosty isn't that Tempo? In terms of the names on the screen, perhaps I'm wrong.
Yes,
but
the names are indeed swapped.
I do think the names are swapped.
The names are swapped. Definitely. Fellow Khaos Machina, Sir Frosty, and Red King.
That's Team Tempo, no? Yeah.
That's on Tempo. There we go.
Okay. Good stuff.
Good stuff. Great. Anyway, you see Photon there. Toxic is gone. We're starting off on another Kill House map with another great pillbox. We've seen this one yesterday as well. It looks like we're getting a lot of repeat maps. Similarly being played as they were played yesterday, pushing into Hall, trying to get establishment there. But it's just pillbox has so many angles on that Hall. If you manage to, there we go, that wallbang. I've talked about this yesterday. This was played multiple times and nobody bothered wall charging into lockers. They were like either, oh, we'll just go through kitchen, or they were like, screw it, we're going checkpoint.
Oh, that's quite a good wall charge as long as you can control pillbox. My thinking was, what way can we use this map? What way on this map can we avoid pillbox entirely? It would be trying to get in green doors and then go through that hallway, the crates hallway. That
could
said,
be used.
That said, if the plan is to wall charge this angle, I do think it's the shortest route. You just have to deal with pillbox and them having such good angles. We'll see how they deal. No one's even in pillbox on defender's side, by the way. So
yeah, great smokes through the wall. We saw a late barbed wire Vleugel. Lots of utility coming out. A door charge, a nade, and a wall charge, and bringing that clacker quite deep inside Kill House.
Lots of suppressive fire. Look at Photon's angle with this wall. This is actually gross. Look at Photon's angle.
Being used.
How much damage is he gonna get?
Oh no!
Photon!
The damage. Click that wall charge. There we go. Taking out Roach with the wall charge.
Wait, they're all into lockers. It's on the defenders to get a retake.
Lockers. Ooh, but can it pull
they're
it off?
doing it though. They're getting the retake.
Wow, they're playing really well. Oh,
Fellow
no.
Wow.
Oh, insane tempo. Pushing into lockers so quickly, so effectively, completely flooding lockers, yet being taken out in the, what was it, like 4v4 eventually? Such a shame.
Incredible use of the the LMG.
That's not a match Tempo should have lost. They used a lot of utility there. They used a door charge, a nade, and a wall charge, and they lost their clacker because they brought it inside. That was expensive. That was really expensive. Do you think? I think this is gonna come back later for Tempo.
That's a rough one for Tempo. I mean, it seemed like in terms of exchanges, the map, it was pretty even.
Yeah, it was.
When they were in lockers, it was a 3v3, and
attackers have more HP.
Exactly. Tempo needed to kind of do a better job of, instead of trying to like diffuse in that moment, just get into lockers, turn around, and then hold until you know that you can do something. That said, it was chaotic. I'm sure if we look back, we would see moments trying to do these things. Let's see what we have on bank.
It looks like Tempo is planning on using their last door charge, which is quite risky. We don't know what the next map is, or at least we don't. They might. The defenders are kind of expecting them going through entrance, and I think the attackers are also planning to at least send some people through entrance. It's not being barbed up, so that could be quite an easy way to get into bank. Good flashbangs going out. They're planning on using a nade into Hall, but you're gonna be surprised when they see no barb in Hall. The barbs are quite sparingly used, one in servers and one involved, basically. They need to... I think that big points of contact are going to be loans and accounting. I think that's where the most defenders are going to be set up.
The loans into server setup is super interesting. I haven't really seen this map before where there's no green door or anything. It's just the glass separating the two.
Yeah, it's a really big room that. Yeah, it's really big. The server
and it makes me understand. It makes me understand why Tempo is so appealed by this red door approach. It lets you just get, as attackers, if you can get that angle clear, you just have that clear straightaway towards the entrance into entrance, and then the entrance into entrance, which then lets you get to the bomb defusal.
Yeah, there's weapons being picked, plenty of long-range weapons from both teams. Although it's bank, it's a surprisingly long-range bank with those really big open rooms. Wow.
All right, just all in Roach, on Roach. The other defender's not in this area at all, so they're able to basically take the full...
Oh, great flank, but Tommy both Fellow and Sir Font with the leg rolls on a beautiful flank.
That was a huge flank from Tommy. Like... They were doing such a good job of controlling the space until that flank, and so now they
needed
kind of on the back
ice.
foot.
They needed ice and servers.
Exactly. Yeah, that's unfortunate because like it really, like I was saying, you get in, you have that whole area to yourself. All you have to do is watch it.
But it is 3v3 now, and the
evening things up for raiding the Rat King. And you know, it's not like the defenders can reclose the vault. The attackers have their job cut out for them. They need to make a slow and a concerted push towards the vault.
Machina is horribly low, though.
I really would be trying to go the other way through servers at this point, I think. But Frosty, Radiant, Machina, they're going to have to push in through accounting and see what they can do.
Lots of gunfire exchange. Both teams playing slow, but Red King going down.
Defenders delight here, honestly.
And Machina
it's such a tough push. Tough angles, to be honest, yeah. This is why, like, I almost would have liked to see them run back around the map like the way they came and go through the lobby. I don't know. That is still a tough angle to get through, don't get me wrong. But
yeah, they barbed it up, that entrance point, so it's quite tough to push in through the lobby from that.
Right.
Yeah, Tempo played it really well. The entry was properly well executed, taking out Roach really quickly, just taking complete control of Loans and Hall. But they need to watch their flanks. You can't just turn your back onto an entire room not knowing whether there's an enemy there or not. And Tommy utilized that. I almost wanted to say he's got the wrong weapon, but he did manage to connect or land 2 kills there. Sadly, the 3v3 didn't work in favor for Tempo, with Khaos being able to finish the job.
Yeah, even the 3v3 in that situation, it being even, I think the geometry of that setup just favored defenders so much. Like if you were like all the angles they had to hold, and without much util.
Yeah, no util, no flashbangs. They had a nade to get rid of that bar, but other than that,
and we are forced into a beach push now. No, like that's what's happening.
Yeah, Tempo has no more clackers, which means they can't enter through a red door. They need to get through a free door. Beach is kickable. They still have the Saber, which is going to be critical. This is such a long-range map. You can see from beach all the way deep into jungle. So much vision.
Yeah,
it's a shame, though, because blowing that red door in castle, that castle door is just amazing. Getting castle just gives you entire map control. Very easy to get into jungle from there. Sadly, they can't. They need to.
Olympus halfback. Yeah.
Olympus halfback.
I'm just reading the map name.
Oh.
It's unfortunate. Because you want to get one. You really do. Like you have to almost if you're Tempo.
Yeah.
Because if you're going 0-3 on this set, you are resigning yourself to just having to win like basically the rest of these matches.
Yeah. Looking at Tempo, it's the last map, so both teams are taking all the utility they can. Khaos is set up with a lot of mollies, lots of barbed wire, while Tempo has
just waiting.
4 flashbangs and a Saber.
I like this. I like this pure time wasting molly here. No expectation on a kill with that thing. They just said we're gonna make you wait.
Okay, interesting flashbang, but nobody's there to kick the door. That's
I agree. Interesting. Very interesting.
That's you already have so little util, and that's not how you want to be using it.
Listen.
Oh, the defenders with the shield and mob.
Boys, you can
great.
keep it together.
The smoke not doing much against that mob. Are we gonna see some connection? Ooh, yes, it's a hit. Oi, Machina now knows where this mob is though. We're gonna see some counter sniping. Can Machina pull it off? No, Machina going down also to Tommy. Yeah, getting sniped. That's
this is not looking good. You know,
all Khaos needs to do now is
probability-wise, things are not looking good for Team Tempo. 2v5.
That mob, and there's nothing they can do about it. The shield just calling out where Tempo is, and the mob just finishing the job. Getting that.
Alright, Frosty says we're not free.
And that's just a swipe. That's just a clean 3 defense win. Now, like we said before, Khaos is probably more favored in the defense. They seem to really be good at defending, but can they do the same attacking?
Yeah.
That's not good for Tempo. I think it's kind of over for the mentality, at least for Tempo. Can they recuperate? Can they just say, all right, you can still win?
So now they get to be in the position of doing 6 straight defense rounds, right?
Yeah. Tempo is
that's the biggest advantage they have right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, you need to really summon yourself to the defender's mentality. You need to turtle up. You need to make it as hard as possible for Khaos to kill you.
Yeah. It's also really advantageous because although the next 3 maps we've seen already before, meaning that Khaos knows what's coming and they can pre-plan their util.
Right.
The 3 maps after that, Tempo is defending, and Khaos has to attack with no knowledge of those 3 maps that are going to come, so they can't plan as well ahead, which gives, in my opinion, the defenders a bit more of an advantage since they can be more reactive with their utility, basically saying, all right, we just used 3 barb here, no biggie.
I don't play a lot of ranked format in this game, but I do feel like the runs where you are on defense for 6 straight rounds are the biggest opportunities for comebacks that can kind of come up within the format of this round structure here.
Yeah, if Tempo wins all of their defense rounds, which they can definitely do.
They definitely can. It is, I mean, I do believe it's the quote-unquote easier role just because attack requires more coordination and defense lets you more easily capitalize on mistakes.
Yeah, especially if the attack has new maps, which they haven't played yet.
Right.
It looks like Khaos is planning on going free using a nade. Tempo is quite sparing with their barbed wires. Setting up.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Khaos, I'm playing this light. I absolutely am just going free. I'm gonna test the waters and kind of make Tempo earn it. If Tempo wins this round, then I'm kind of starting to think about what are we doing here, like. But but Khaos absolutely has the room here to kind of play this green door situation. And frankly, if they're able to torch in, maybe they don't even have to torch. But I like torching that window on the left.
Nobody is defending checkpoint though. Lots of.
Oh, they are! They're torching the window on the left side. Get in there.
They're torching, they're looking. As soon as they find out that there's nobody actually at checkpoint, they're just gonna flood in. And I think
they are getting this for free.
Yeah, they're like, well, damn, there's nobody here.
Which, granted, let's just remember, this is what we talked about. They need, Tempo does need to go hard defense here.
Yeah.
They cannot be trying that hard to peak. They need to let the bottlenecks occur and then kill Khaos as
wallbangs occurring, but connecting onto the shield.
Frosty, the only one holding bomb. Machina and Surfront are kind of in this interesting area. They're in this wallbang area.
There is a barbed wire though in lockers, which they need to torch, and I think they're.
I do really like the way that Tempo is defending here.
Oh, great Molotov, great Molotov. Not a whole lot
notable
of
that
damage
Photon did get a kill, by the way.
Photon did get a connect.
That was a bad flash. They're still having to torch this barb. Come on, get a kill here while you can, Tempo. Oh!
And they're all in lockers, and there's nobody to contest.
Yeah, I mean, Tempo was just not doing enough when they were bottlenecked in the hallway. We needed someone maybe rotating behind.
Yeah, where was the rotate through construction? Where was the flank into crates?
Yeah, this was tough because honestly, I was watching the map view and I was very focused on this bottleneck, and I was thinking, wow, they're really doing it. They're killing time. They have enough momentum here to swing it, but the torch was honestly like a huge boon for the attackers in this map.
Yeah, they torched the door, they torched the barb. Really good first nade going out. They did mess up one flashbang, but they instantly
didn't cost them. Them messing up the flashbang was not capitalized on by Tempo in a meaningful enough way.
Yeah, but they couldn't, because Khaos really quickly threw a second flash. They were like, crap, we missed, and another teammate instantly threw another flash just to make sure nobody capitalizes on that.
I wonder if I think they might have been leaning on the barb a little too much, in as much as they weren't prepared for the barb to get torched. Yeah,
the shield and torch just completely.
Because like there was again like they had that wallbang angle set up. It wasn't really used to much effect, and the only other way they would have gotten an angle would have been to do like a full map rotate, have like one player do a full map rotate to try and
I feel like they had plenty of time, because they did waste a lot of time in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I think they had plenty of time for one or two people to flank, whilst one person kept wall banging, and then have two people in lockers. I think that was completely doable, but for some reason they all stuck near the kitchen hall area, and nobody decided to actually think about rotating.
Yeah,
that's a shame to see. It's a shame.
You know, and I understand that like the all four were, everyone knew where everyone was, but it does seem like they got sidetracked into the just how do we kill these guys, and kind of lost the narrative on I have to like actually run away from them around the map to get to them.
Yeah, definitely. Good play from Khaos. Not the beginning Tempo wanted to see. If this is gonna be like the narrative for the entire defense round of
I was gonna say, we didn't even really set this map up, but we've already seen it, and it does look like they're gonna go for the same red door strategy. And we'll see
Frosty in the corner with an auto shotgun. Interesting to see if that's gonna be a play. Are they? Yeah, they've smoked it.
I mean, listen, Frosty is in a position to do some work here if they don't
could
suspect
get a
anything.
Kill if they swung out
but this is so easily flashable. I like this. Tommy's POV. We can't see Frosty. Oh, and they are doing a double red door.
Yeah, I think most of the team rotated into manager was
four
Tommy
stacks.
is distracting.
That's right.
Making sure that auto shotgun can't move from position.
It's true. He's doing a good job of Frosty's like not rotating.
Ooh, Ghetto going down. Beautiful shots by Surfront.
I think Surfront needs someone there with him helping. Oh, it's Rat King has an angle.
Yeah.
Rat King has an angle as well.
Somebody needs to pick up that torch though, or they can't get through that barb. Flash going out.
Yeah, this is a defense setup that they need.
Oh, that's a good
Full
flash.
on Surfront.
Use it. Yes, they can. No,
can Rat King defend a little bit here? Nope.
Roach getting another kill. Okay, this is looking really good for Khaos right now. But Mechinga and Surfront have really good weapons and really good positions.
This is looking good for Khaos. Frosty's still in a position to hold, especially if Photon is taking this secondary angle. If he can 1v1 Photon here.
If Roach peeks that door, I think they might have few on the auto shotgun. Auto shotgun. Yes.
Yep. Good, Frosty. 2v2, and they have great angles here on the switch.
Frosty is in a beautiful position. Frosty, no.
Wow. Yes.
Yes. Tempo actually pulling it back. Frosty almost getting a double kill there. Wow.
All right, numbers are on the board for Tempo. Let's go.
That's good. Hopefully they can keep up this momentum. They still have a really
that was a close one though.
That was
saving the
really
Ingmar over the workhorse. They must. What do they think? What part of the map are they thinking about with that? I mean, I do think they're comparable. They're both very good.
I think Ingmar has just a bit more range,
and
they really want to use that
I
on the skill
understand.
dome.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. I hope Khaos instantly goes for castle. I just really like that castle play. It just
they used both. They used both explosives, but they did free round one. Yes, they have. They do have the wall charge. They can't go castle.
They do have a wall charge left, so they could.
Yeah. Would like to see it.
I think it's definitely the better play. The defenders are preparing for that castle push, maybe castle beach. They're setting up, knowing that the attackers could come from every single direction. We don't see a whole lot of lines from Khaos just yet. Eisley discussing. That's a great barbed wire on that jungle bridge. It makes it really difficult for the attackers to get in. I think Khaos did lose their torch, though. I'm not sure if they took it with them. And I'm not sure how many nades they have left. So the barbed wires might pose quite a problem for Khaos. We see Tempo bringing long-range weapons for defense. The Ingmars, Legros even. Khaos not equipping a whole lot of weapons. They're really discussing what they're gonna do. We do see the bombing being placed.
Khaos has, or rather, so Tempo has a chance to really, like, this is a very Tempo favored round, I feel. So yeah. I'm very, that said, Khaos is on a tear, right? Like, they have clearly been out maneuvering and using better tactics than their opponents to win a lot of these matches. So,
Khaos is definitely going for castle.
Yeah, given that I do think this is a map that Tempo has a good advantage on, let's see what Khaos comes up with. It does seem like it's a split. 4-1, yeah. Roach taking beach with the saber, everyone else going castle.
Yeah, and we do have a nade left.
Blown up. We have no one actually in castle. We do have a molly. It seems on the defender side. Fellow has a good chance to try and stymie people here. Be curious to see how he uses that.
Nade going out, getting rid of that barb. That's critical. Very nice.
Yeah, they're playing this. Again, defenders, they're playing this very slow and steady, just like they have to. Roach, though, really has the free approach up beach. I honestly like this approach from the defenders from Team Tempo right now. They are really just saying, we know there's a few angles they have to walk through in order to get to the bomb on this map, and we're only going to hold those angles. All right, let's see if this fucking molly can do anything. Not so much.
Nope, they already run past it, and now they're executing 1v1 little fights.
Ugh, Fellow having to fall back. Let's see if he can hold an angle. It's Fellow, Rat King, and Frosty.
Roach going down, but getting completely picked up. Yeah.
Huge hit from Rat King, but still 2v1, and they're gonna. Oh, this is tough. This is so tough.
Bomb going down, not a whole lot of vision. Yeah, Photon was there.
You know, that just I didn't see a lot of great usage of the defense side util in that round. It sucks to see because I wanted it to happen.
Yeah, I think the defenders could have definitely played it a bit better. But
they started
securing
really
console.
well. And it's, you know, it seems like the thing that kind of broke that round was that window where Fellow tried to molly. The molly went past a little too far. And in that moment, the attackers got a pick, and 3 of them were past that choke point.
Yeah. I do really like Tempo, though, because it looked like in the beginning it was kind of stagnating, but I think Khaos purposefully just took castle and sat there a little bit. Because that just equalized the playing field. Both teams now have great cover, great hold. They can peek and hide away. But Khaos, with the attacking HP and weaponry, has the advantage there. Eventually, though, they decided to just get a good flash in and rush the defending team down, and they succeeded. Now we do have we've seen this one before, also yesterday, but a new rotation of 3 maps. Now for the next 3 maps, Tempo on defense has quite an advantage because Khaos doesn't know what's going to come and can't plan ahead their utility as well.
I mean, they may have played some of these maps. My thing is that at this point...
No, they've played it. They've definitely played it, but they don't know the next 2 maps after this, so they can't plan ahead as well with their utility use. Like, they're using a wall charge right now, which we talked about a bit before. But if they use it here, what if the next map is even better for a wall charge? They don't know yet, because they haven't seen it. Not sure if they're actually going to execute that.
I just want to see Tempo win this next round because it gives us hope, right? Tempo does still have the potential to 6-0 sweep in the reverse sweep.
They can still win, definitely. It looks like the attackers are planning going through that red door, wall charging into sorting, which I love. I always love those unusual angles. Mykina sitting up there though, up high.
I can only assume that Tempo losing this set would mean that they are no longer the #1 in the rank league too, I would imagine. Like, this would be Khaos taking the throne, perhaps. I don't know how the stats fully work out, I must admit.
Let's see if I can pull that up real quick. We got announcements. Tempo has 16 points. Khaos has 15 points. Yeah, so Khaos has won the first match.
This is the fight for first. Fellow has the mop.
No, I think Khaos is first either way.
Okay, based on how the points work. All right,
yeah, it's just a matter of how much they are first.
Nomad chucking that smoke through the glass in order to really cut off the sight line.
Instantly taking out Surfront.
Yeah. Khaos really, like, slicing these maps up. That was such an interesting and unique smoke, I think.
Khaos is taking it slow, and that molly is going to come out.
Yeah, we'll see how the util can get used. Khaos definitely taking their time. They're going to slowly push their way into office. They have to get through Toxic safely first, but Tempo honestly just giving it to them. Nades out, dealing with some office barbs, perhaps?
Yeah, nobody in office. Good heart.
Frosty right below. Frosty waiting for the waiting.
Ooh, mob just missing.
All right, let's go. One down. Good stuff from Frosty. I love this positioning. Interesting shield usage. Oh no, right in the reload. And this is looking tough for Fellow.
Yeah.
Beloved caster.
Low HP, only a mob.
All right, so now the hope is to tie, but otherwise this is looking like we might be over soon.
Yep, if they manage to tie, that's gonna give Tempo 17 points, whilst Khaos has 3 more, which means 18. So if they tie it, Khaos is the new #1 by 1 point. And if Khaos wins this, they're the new #1 by 2 points. That's that's tough. That's also wrong math, I believe. No, I believe they're going to be ahead by 3 points even. Wow. Khaos just coming, sweeping Arise to the side, sweeping Tempo to the side. Let's see if Tempo can pull it back though. They can still tie at least, giving him a better chance of securing the #2 spot, or later on making a lucky comeback to #1.
Yeah, I'm sure there's value to be had in winning matches and getting points within the structure of this league, right? Like, that seems to be the case.
Yeah.
That said, I wonder.
I hope it's not going to be a 7-1.
Yeah, I just wonder what their motivation and mental is like at this point. I hope it's strong.
I can only assume it's not good. I hope so as well, but it's tough. It's tough. We're seeing a very interesting wall charge. Apparently, you can place it behind those coolers there. That barbed wire is quite nasty, but Khaos knows how to use the shield and torch combo. They've really played that well. Ghetto passing up the big AK to Tommy. We see a beautiful drone coming out of a... I believe they're called an Among Us. Sus. Thank you, Nomad. Great. Sus casters? Okay. Are we sus? Are we sus? True.
I am.
You're sus? Okay.
And proud.
Sus and proud.
That's
beautiful.
Right.
That barbed wire. I would love to see how Khaos is going to deal with that barb. I think it's just going to be a shield. They are planning on using a door charge on that red door. Just a quick push. Door charge, wall charge. They don't even need to deal with that barbed wire, actually. There's nothing in their way apart from Surf Front and the Red King.
Wait, yeah, what do we have going on here? Let's see. This
is going to be a really quick one, potentially.
I love this. I love using the shield to peek in.
Just taking some intel.
So yeah, they're really taking their time here, but they have a plan.
The Red King sneakily, but the shield's gonna scout it out.
Roach is in. Tommy is in. Ghetto and Photon are standing outside holding these angles.
Jumping out, probably not the best play.
I want to see it happen.
The attack, they can wall.
Do it. Wall charge is placed. Ghetto has the clacker.
There we go. Instant rotation by Fellow. Great Molotov.
Oh, huge flash. But Frosty, yeah, no, Frosty got it. Frosty tanked that whole flash. Is still in a great position to defend here. Can, in fact, get away with it.
Ghetto is inside. Doesn't look.
I want to see it. I want to see it happen. Yeah. That is a great hold for the auto shotty. That door, that angle right there.
The Tempo can do it. That auto shot.
They only have a smoke left. Yeah, they only have a smoke left. Khaos is gonna have a rough time getting in here. Photon in. Oh my goodness! The Ingmar. It's just so tough for the defenders to deal with their own weapons. Oh my god! I mean,
that's match.
I couldn't even keep up fast enough to say Nomad quite literally bullied his way in there with the Ingmar.
That went from a 4 versus 3 to just completely devastating with 2 people still left alive. That Ingmar shredding the defenders.
That's so tough.
That's
I want to look at that. I want to look at the replay there. Like, you know, I love talking about this game. I love casting this game. It's so fast-paced in some of these moments that it can be really hard to keep up with the action.
Yeah, the momentum just instantly picks off from a slow start to just the watchers going off and everything happening all at once.
Yeah.
Triple kill with the Ingmar, a wall bang at the last moment as well. I honestly thought Tempo had it in the pocket. They were in such a better position there with the auto shotgun as well, and it just all fell apart.
Yeah,
great stuff.
You know, the story of a lot of the games that I watched today was moments where things seemed to be even, and then Team Khaos just being able to break serve in a way that usually came out of a moment of like only a few seconds of interaction. Going from like an even stance of like how, like, you know, 3v3 and we've got these angles held to bing bang boom, everyone's dead. They were able to just pull off that kind of bully aspect of the attacker role, I think, in a lot of ways too. Yeah. Beautiful place. We do have some. Oh, am I all right? What do you mean?
Okay, I believe my game is a bit bugged, or not my game, my screen. Can you guys see me? Okay, I think we're good. We're good. All right. We do have some stats from the first and second game.
Oh, sweet.
We see, wow. Yeah, we see Khaos with Nomad being the MVP for game 1 with 1500 damage, way more. Machina being the MVP on Team Tempo with only 1000. All around, Team 1 doing really good. Ghetto, Roach, Toxic also having high scores. It's just a very stark contrast with Tempo. Khaos is also way higher. It's also pretty clear that, well, that's biased because
I just saw where the stats are.
You found them? That's good. On the second time around, Tommy and Photon being way higher. Very interesting to me is how Toxic. Wait, are these the same stats? No, they're different. Where is Toxic then?
Toxic's on game 1.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, Toxic with 1200 damage. I believe most of that. Yeah, Mob. There we go. Best weapon, Mob.
Yeah.
You don't see that often that the Mob is highlighted as the MVP there. Frosty having the auto shotgun. Really good shotgun plays there. Tommy by Khaos also has the Mob. So I think Khaos really utilized that sniper rifle to their full potential. Just getting some really nasty headshots. Yeah.
Yeah. Team Khaos, like, kind of just soaring today. Looking at game 1, I'm seeing. It looks like Nomad and Tommy are just kind of these mainstays. Toxic and Photon were the other two that just were really up there. And you know what? Like, shouts out to Roach and Ghetto being just like the solid anchors of the team.
Yeah, really well played. Congratulations for Khaos. Tempo is not out of the race yet. We can see a very
shot. They were
cool
team
comeback.
1 up until today. They have to be doing all right still.
They can definitely reclaim that position. Today we've been playing Due Process, I believe. Is that right, Soy?
Yeah, this game is called Due Process. If you're watching this stream, I'm going to go ahead and assume you've heard of it. But if your friends haven't heard of it, I'm going to go ahead and tell you to let them know about it. And then also let them know that the Steam Summer Sale has the game going for something like 79 cents. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, it's cheaper than a cup of coffee, honestly.
Yeah,
just get it, play it.
It is one of the better American dollary deals. I can't even say it's $1. It's 79 US cents. That's a good deal. I can only assume it's cheap in other currencies as well.
Oh, yeah. It's 90% off. Just get it before the sale's over, even if it sits in your Steam library list with the other 300 unplayed games. You can get it from the QR code.
I'll even shout out the supporter pack is also on sale. So for a mere $2, less than $1.94, you can both support the developers of this game, who are independent developers that do need as much help as we can get, and you can get some sweet skins that kind of let you look a little swaggy in the game. They are, I believe, a throwback to the original designs of the attackers in this game. So from an earlier build, and you get a nice, deep, lovely blue. You get a couple cool cosmetics, like a little beret hat that you can wear. So go ahead and throw that in your cart if you're so inclined. But mostly the idea here is that if you know about this game, if you're already playing it, try to get your friends in. It's a very, very fun team experience. We have a great community of randoms, of folks such as myself who have just dumped hours into playing unranked and just having fun and explaining the game to folks who are new. But if you have a 5-stack, it is so much fun to coordinate, to plan, to kind of have everyone on your team be on the same page and execute that plan. That is really the beauty of this game. It gives you an opportunity to play a shooter that requires you to talk to your teammates just a little bit more to find those routes to success. Because not everyone's played the same maps hundreds of times, as is the case in many other shooters.
Yeah, it's a great community. Join the Discord. Definitely, that's also a must. Anyway, I've been Troy. Joining me is Soy Bars.
That's right. I'm chilling, and I'll leave it to Troy.
It's been really fun casting with you, and till next time, we're gonna take a quick 20-minute break, and then we'll see the second game. See you then.
Wow, this is awesome. I'm here for once again. I've been trusted to cast DPL. It's very scary, very bad. And I'm joined here by Soy Bars.
Hi, it's good to be here, Tetra. Honored to be with the man himself.
Wow, I mean, it's wonderful. It's going to be a great game we're watching here.
Game.
We're going to be watching Projekt MKUltra versus Mos Eisley Cantina.
Right. What a lineup.
Oh, what a lineup. I mean, it's going to be a great game.
I gotta be honest, I don't know anything about these players. I want you to intro me to them. I want you to give me some background. But these names, these team names, excellent.
They're good names. They're really good names. Now, Projekt MKUltra are a team that are very notorious for being everyone's least favorite team.
Okay. Okay.
So that's a little bit of something.
They're already the heels.
They're already the heels, and it's tough to be the heel, but I think they proved themselves yesterday. They were on stream, and they played pretty well, got some good games out, and did quite well, to be honest. But they're the kind of heel still, and they've got today. Let me check the rosters. Today we've got Winter Draken, who is their IGL. We've got Nujabes, who I haven't heard before. Possibly a new player. Who knows? Who knows? We got Big Man again, someone that is liked throughout the community. Meta Attack, another good player, good all-round player, and MIA Spartan. That is Projekt MKUltra's lineup for today. It's pretty good lineup, I'd say. But they are going up against Mos Eisley Cantina, who is known to be some of the strongest players in the game, actually.
All right.
Yeah.
I know I've run into Gefter. I'm 90% sure I've run into Booty Frank before.
Oh, Booty Frank.
Just because that's not the first time I've heard that name.
Booty Frank is someone definitely to be scared of. Well, yeah. It depends how he plays. The last few matches I've played with him, he's tried to go for opening duel world records.
Oh, well,
has unsuccessfully beaten those records.
You gotta, you gotta try for it though. That's exactly. When you're in that position. Yeah.
That's all that matters. And I think this is going to be a good matchup. We've seen Roby on Mos Eisley Cantina is a great captain, and you've got CBC, who is an amazing IGL, really good player, good all round, knows how to sort of bring a team together and win. Gefter, great fragger. I mean, really can do well for his team and pull out, a Gruber or a KR and really deal some high damage. You've got Jack, who is, again, another one of those rifle players who likes to play the KR, likes to play high, likes to play fast. And then you've got Booty Frank, who is the shotgun man. If you want a shotgun player, Booty Frank is going to steal that auto from you before you even have a chance. He spawns with that. You don't even get a chance to pick it up. It just spawns.
It's an auto pick.
It's an auto pick, and it's going to be a tough game. I think there's going to be a lot of good fights, a lot of close rounds. But I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to. I think it's going to come down to probably kills. I think both teams are very good at planning, and they'll create very similar plans. But it's going to come down to who can win those gunfights at the end of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would definitely like to see some close matches, which we saw in the earlier games. We had some moments where it seemed like it might get to be close, but mostly a steamroll from Team Khaos. So I'm always in favor of seeing some tight ones. Let's go to 6-6. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I think there's a possibility of 6-6. MKUltra just need to step up their game from yesterday and really just go crazy. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Very cool.
But we've been given the okay from both teams to queue, so just waiting on them to hop in game. And let's hope they get in fast, because we're ready to see them fight in the dome of due process, in the kill dome, some would say.
I think it's about to happen. In the meanwhile, there's a 2v2 tournament? Tell us more about this.
A 2v2 tournament. Good call there. A 2v2 tournament. We're hosting a 2v2 tournament where you and a friend right now can pick up due process for like a total of like £1.50, $2.
Probably, yeah.
Cheap as hell.
Under 2 USD.
Exactly. And then you can play in a tournament for free. You can play. All you got to do is buy the game for you and a friend, and then you're in. Due process. I heart DP. I love DP. Go buy DP. Go play the game right now. It's too good to miss out. And I'm not biased whatsoever. I promise.
You have no interest in that at all.
There's no bias. There's no money in this. I'm not being bribed. Go
tell your friends about the game too. I think
exactly
a very important part of this. Tell your friends to buy Due Process, because it's so much better with friends, and the more people that we have playing this game, the more we're in the community. And once you're in the community, everyone in the community is your friend.
Exactly.
So then you have a lot of friends to play the game with, right?
Exactly.
This is just how the math works.
It's how it works. True story. Me and Jet, who are the current devs plus Simba and Voxel, we actually met playing Due Process. That sounds like we're in a relationship. I promise we're not. Despite rumors, we're not.
Hey, listen, that would be okay. There's no judgment here.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But we met playing Due Process. So you can meet some pretty cool people playing Due Process.
That's right.
We're now making the game. That's pretty
Now
awesome.
you're in a partnership.
Exactly. Now we're in a partnership.
So that's how this works. But yeah, it's good for people playing to know that it's a very independently funded and independently developed game at this point in time.
Exactly.
And so if you enjoy playing it, if you kind of like what you see and what you play, we do all have a vested interest as a community in keeping this game afloat and in like continuing to bring people in. Tell your friends. It's like it's so cheap right now.
So
cheap. Steam Summer Sale. Shout out
to
Steam Summer Sale.
And
that's like a tongue twister. I didn't realize that.
Steam Summer Sale. And then, wink, wink, check after Steam Summer Sale. Steam, don't kill me for that. Steam, don't kill me for that. But check out after Steam Summer Sale.
Yeah,
wink,
absolutely.
Wink.
I love that. I don't know what the wink wink's about, but I'm nodding. I'm nodding enthusiastically.
Everyone, please nod now. Anyway, we're getting into the first game here.
That's right. We should be going right down to the matches. All right, Tetra, set us up here. What are we thinking?
Oh, well, we're seeing a lovely bank. I mean, we're seeing some good barb placement here. There's some lovely barb placements on Hall, specifically from Mos Eisley. That barb is very strong, allows you to hold it from several angles that would mean a crossfire is possible, but also means that the Hall barb doesn't get blown up by that red door. That red door then is funneled through that 2x1 barb and then has trouble of getting into that loans area, which is so strong on this map because it holds the vault, it holds everything. And most teams like to play Bank is a two objective map. You've got the vault and you've got the bomb. And so you've got to press the button to get into vault. And so teams will play sort of like a two objective map where they'll either hard hold the button or hard hold vault. Those are the two options you have. Most people give up one of them and will hard hold the other because it basically means that you know where the team's where the team's going to go. They're going to have to go to button, they're going to have to go to vault. And so they're able to hard hold this. And both these three barbs here, you've got hard green pressure coming in, but we see that's being countered by the nade from attack. So it's going to be hard to see if Projekt MKUltra is going to be able to push into this and not take a lot of early damage into the round. They're going for an accounting blow, so they're going for a 3-2 split on this green and red, and it's going to be fun to see these late barbs come into effect. This barb at the top with Jack is very strong late game, and so it's going to be awesome to see them play around this and see how they can play it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is quite a good barb from Jack, because if I were in the Mos Eisley Cantina camp, I would be kind of trying to just bully my way into servers and take that northern side of the map. We'll see how they deal with the barb at entrance as well, if they are indeed sending players there, which it looks like they are. Taking a while for them to show though. Where are they going? Okay.
They're just making it to green now.
Yeah, they're just taking their time. Oh! What a peek from CBC. Wow.
Oh, wow, CBC is really going crazy on this. We've got the...
And so now they are going server side. Big man with the shotgun should be able to bully his way in.
Oh, but CBC's in the smoke with Meta Attack.
Oh, and big man went to Teller instead. Okay.
Ooh.
No progress towards switch yet. Oh, big man is still clearing accounting though.
And we see Gefter with the Igmar here.
Yeah, honestly, this is an interesting... Like, they're just trying to kill everyone before they even try to get to the switch, which is fair.
Yeah.
They're in servers now, though. Barb from Jack's still there. Gonna be relevant. So, oh, no, they're taking security. Big man and meta attack.
Yeah.
So now Booty Solo is here to maybe hold Hall. It's gonna be all three of them converging on him, though. Right there. Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, they swing together. What a play. Jack in a 1v3.
Yeah, and Winter Dragon notably having picked up the AK. Oh, goodness.
Winter Attack's 1 HP here.
I mean, there's just... The numbers are just not going to work out for Jack. Even if he gets the picks here, he's not going to make it.
Oh...
It's noble effort, absolutely.
Very noble effort. Is he able to get it? And he gets all three. That's
well,
such a shame.
at least he's denying the econ there, but that's a shame.
Such a shame.
Really well played by Moss Eisley Cantina though, in terms of just sticking it and like playing defense.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Tanking the bullets from Jack as their teammate was holding the defuse button.
Very, very close first round to start off with. I mean, very lucky from Projekt MKUltra there to get in there, get the bomb defused, and be done with it. But Moss Eisley with Jack able to deal with it. Now, Sobaz, what are we seeing with the C-store here?
All right, let's take a look. Where's bomb? It's right in the middle. Is this a C-store we've seen? Oh no, this isn't one we've seen today. At least the one that I haven't seen today. We do have the glass entrance that lets you get into liquor for lights pretty easily. Like, that's potentially appealing. As far as direct routes, though, I do like trying to take the red door. I would like to see an effort to get into arcade and take Teller. It seems so free. But they are, as you can see, defense is already lining up a barb right there, which would be a pretty effective one. So if they don't have anything for that, arcade is suddenly much less appealing. But if you bring a charge and a nade, which I would anyway, because if I'm taking Teller on offense, I'm wanting to bring a grenade. Yeah, I mean, it looks like that's what Moss Eisley Cantina, is Projekt MKUltra is trying to line up here. I mean, the item placement on the map makes me think they're going for a split between arcade and office.
It seems like it's going to be a strong split here. And they've got...
Yeah.
It seems like Attack have lined up a corner smoke on bathroom to do an exterior smoke.
It also seems like... I mean... Oh, wait. Do we have a player missing on left side?
Well, it seems like they are a player down.
Yeah, what happened here? That's not good.
That isn't good. Well, anyway, we're going. Yeah,
I'm looking at I'm looking at the Discord just to see if the players are all actually there.
They're all there. We've just seemed to have lost a player. But anyway, we're getting into this 4v5 here. They've forgotten to charge, actually. Oh, never mind. MIA Spartan just grabbed it. And they're going to have to somehow conquer this 4v5.
Aye.
Winter Draken and Meta Attack are going green, while MIA Spartan Big Man are holding down that arcade. The charge is down. Big Man's ready to spray at that bathroom in case there's someone holding it. But they're taking their time. Meta Attack is getting ready for that corner smoke. There's the comm. And I think the door charge goes out. Oh, good molly there.
Very good molly.
Big Man somehow alive.
Yeah,
that's down to Booty Frank.
He is trapped in the corner, but yeah, Booty Frank, as you said about the shotguns, right there.
Auto. This could be a very dangerous auto, and it seems like a fight's breaking
out.
Booty with the auto. He's able to get one.
Yeah.
MA Spartan. Low on HP. Is he able to trade out Big Man? MA Spartan plays very safe, not entering the building.
Winter Dragon has Torch, is coming back around to help the push in, but this is, I mean, 3v5. Booty Frank's probably still sitting there. Yup, there he is, right under the corner.
Jack!
Like a
Jack
horror
gets
movie.
2, and it's down to Winter Dragon in this 1v5 situation.
Well, hopefully we can get a correction and get the 5th player back in here, but I think it's going to just save. I think we're just going to see a saving of the, the clacker.
Yeah,
here.
Saving of the clack. And wow, I mean, Booty Frank really holds that down. Booty, whoa, almost ICUAV there. Very close. CBC is doing the same.
They want it. They're hungry for it.
They're hungry for Winter Dragon.
But yeah, Winter Dragon knows not to move, not to take any risks.
She might not be smart most of the time, but she's smart here to save.
God bless.
And they're just trying to scout for her. Just trying to look for any sort of sign where she is. But that round goes to Mos Eisley.
First save we've seen all day. Like, it is a strategic decision to be made in the match. especially when you're saving 2 resources like this. So hopefully we can get our 5th player back in, and it looks like it was Nujabe's 808 who disconnected, right? Yeah.
It is. I think we'll probably be pausing.
Yeah, is there a feature to get them back into the match at a 1v1 while it's at the 1v1?
There is, yes. They just have to rejoin, but we'll be pausing.
Okay, right on.
And we'll be hoping that they rejoin at some point. Fingers crossed.
Match tied up at 1-1 though, which is a nice way to start things off. And
it's been good.
We'll just have to, yeah. Oh, it looks like our next map is a tiny Toxic as well. Oh, it's this classic Toxic actually. It's Operation Circus Trouble. Y'all will see it in just a second.
It's been a good first couple of rounds though. I mean, we've seen Jack being able to get those kills. 2k there, 3k round 1. Although it was past the allotted time, it was still really, really strong from Jack there. And then Booty Frank, even though he loves to take openings, he took an opening and won one. He won an opening! Guys, he's gonna win so many more openings, I promise. He's gonna win an opening right here. He's gonna do it all. It's gonna be great. But some pretty good rounds start off.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's some good plans as well. We've seen some good strongholds and some good plays, specifically with MKUltra taking security on that bank and just completely going around the strong barricade that Mos Eisley had on that manager desk area.
Yeah.
I mean, so strong.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how the next game plays out. I've actually played the next map quite a bit. I'm sure a lot of the players who've been playing since the revival have. At this point, it's kind of a classic. I'm excited to see how these players approach it.
Absolute classic.
Yeah.
I mean, this map specifically has seen a lot of development over the last sort of couple of weeks, I think. This is the fun thing, I think, about playing maps so often, is at a high level, we do see a lot of maps repeated. And specifically on this map, people have found some really nice wallbangs onto green door that you'll see. There is a wallbang you can do from the opposite side of the map onto the green door. That was really only discovered recently. And so there's a lot of fun spots that people have been figured out by playing. I believe we are back at a 5v5, so I think the game will get underway very shortly. We're just awaiting an admin to unpause the game. But we're getting in there very soon. And you can see what I'm talking about, so I don't look insane. Because I swear, this map's pretty fun, and it's got a thing called a Tetra spot.
Oh.
Yes.
A Tetra spot. Tell me more.
Well, due to my amazing prowess and utterly amazing gameplay style, I like to sit in corners a lot. And so on dock, there is a lovely staircase that goes down, and you've got 2 little cubbies to left and right. And most people don't like to check it, because they think if you blow dock, you're probably going to hold it from a long angle and not go crazy. As you see on the overhead, that little corner there on the right, that little staircase.
That's quite nice.
Look down, crouch, wait for them to push in, peek up. Bra, 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 bra. They're all dead.
The look down crouch is very much some high level tech in this game. It does modify the models so that you're just below the line of sight.
Just below. But what are your thoughts on this map? overall for the bus?
It's fun to see as you can kind of see on the offense draw up the blue lines on the map. The approach that you can take from Doc, where you use that box to jump across and try to defuse and sort of ignore the whole right half of the map. That said, defenders can easily chuck some barbed wires there to try and prevent that from happening, creating a bit of a dynamic. I'm curious to see what Projekt MKUltra do. It looks like, just based on item placement, they are going to go for Doc.
Mm-hmm.
So from that end, I would say defenders, you really just want to, if you're ready for it, you know, there's quite a few angles they can take, and they have 2 Molotovs, I think.
Yeah, I believe
CBC with 2 Molotovs. And he's sitting there in Toxic, so he's got to know, like, you can see, like, I guess you can't see him, but on the map, he's just chilling in Toxic, waiting for the approach. So
he is.
He knows that they're setting up a Doc entry almost certainly at this point. Mm-hmm. We'll see how these mollies are able to stymie. It does look like meta attack also approaching green door, so there is a split entrance for the attackers here.
Yeah, seems like a 2-3 split here on this green.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got some lovely exterior flashes there.
Right,
Jack is full blind. Is he able to get one, though? He gets one. CBC peeks again and gets another. And it's down to Booty Frank. And Booty Frank gets the third. Oh, my God, what a defense. And they just hold that down like it's nothing. And it's now down to a 2v5. Booty Frank is swinging.
Stuff.
It's Booty Frank. This man swings everything.
Winter Draken got a pick, but not going to be enough to really swing the momentum here.
No. They have to pick up these little they have to wait for the defense to make mistakes.
1 minute, which is
kills.
You know, it's 50 seconds to work with.
Mm-hmm.
They're great. Attackers have made entry. Both Nujabes and Winter Draken are in. CBC right there.
Oh, and they trade. Jack swinging, though. And gets Nujabes. Oh, my gosh. A clinical round from the defense. What a play. I mean, it's just Jack getting a pick. Call made for CBC to swing, and Booty Frank as well getting the third. Just absolutely amazing.
Clean stuff. It was, I think, splitting the Doc entrant was maybe a mistake. Like, I think they needed more momentum to push in there. Instead, they just lost 3 people to that barb on the green door, basically.
That green was definitely a rough push for them. I mean,
yeah,
there's nothing much you can do against that defense, but it definitely is was a tough cookie to crack. And we're back onto this bank, and I mean, we've seen the first attack. How do we think that the new attackers are gonna think about manager and think about, you know, their barb placement and play around those?
Yeah, I almost wonder if you want to just try taking entrance, because you have these wider angles, and realistically the right side, you know, it's, as an attacker, I'm not really worried about shots coming from the whole right side of lobby, because the security is pretty easy to watch out for. So really at that point, you have to get in as attackers, make sure you clear those angles left on lobby, like the little teller hole and then the space between lobby and teller. But really from there, if you actually take lobby as a 5-stack, you can split push between teller and the lobby entrance into accounting to create some pressure on whatever defense they have there. And like, just once you have control of that space, push into servers, and then like worry about getting to the other side of the map. I don't know. This map seems very defense sided. I'm not going to lie. Like, the attackers have to overcome a lot of just geometry in terms of getting through accounting. Like, accounting is such a good choke point, I feel like.
Yeah, very, very strong. I think with an auto as well. Just
and there's not really a clean way to get from the switch to the bomb for the attackers on this map. You have to just kind of like go through some BS no matter what. Be it the security doors or the accounting nightmare. All right, well, we're hitting green door with the shield, and we have 3 people going red door. So Jack, Booty, Frank, and Gefter are making an entry on red door.
And Big Man.
This is big. I feel like they needed to be prepared for the barb on green door, right? Like I'm a little surprised to not see something brought to clear this.
Yeah.
In general, they're letting these barbs get to them really hard.
They've got torch on this green, so they might bite torches, but Booty Frank's able to get an opening. That's 2 for 2. And he goes down to Big Man with the auto. Roby gets Nujabes.
Yeah, trades are still in Mos Eisley's favor here.
Yeah, but they know that the auto is in server now. Big Man really should have waited there, I think. Giving up that, the secret of the auto. And he's swinging here. What is Big Man doing with this auto? They're going to have to kick, and Roby gets
that's what he's doing with the auto.
Oh.
I love playing door games with the shotguns.
CBC able to take out MA Spartan. It's down to a 3v2 here. Winter Draken needs to help out Big Man here. I don't know why Winter Draken is still in manager. And they just take down Big Man.
I think Winter Draken and manager's just expecting to hold the choke point here, but yeah, it would have been nice to try and see some rotation to the backside there. I think he could have afforded to. Now she's in the 3v1 scenario, which is tough. Good effort, but yeah, that's just with the shield person calling it right there. That's just hard to overcome.
Yeah, that's a very good barb spot. Very, very strong.
Yep.
And Winter Draken had a lovely chokes play off there, but yeah, just very unfortunate. But again, a really nice round from Mos Eisley here, seeing really strong attacks, really strong defenses, and not losing too many people. I think Booty Frank's the real carrier of the team getting these openings. I mean, nobody else really can get them, so Booty Frank is really carrying the team, I think. But they're taking 2 KRs here. Saved Clack, saved Torch. Really good saves going on. And now we are just going into this next round here. We're going back onto this C-store.
Let's see what Projekt MKUltra can do on defense here.
Let's see.
What do they have left? I need to keep better track.
I believe they used 4 barbed wires last round.
Mos Eisley's
just lost auto.
Yeah, so they lost auto. Mos Eisley Cantina is looking like they're gonna do the arcade push into Teller. I like to see it because that's what I would like to try if I was playing this map. Jack is goated, says Booty Frank.
Jack is goated. That is true. Shout out Jack. Oh, shout out me. Whoa!
That's right.
And also shout out Soy Bars. My goat.
Oh, thanks. I've been playing this game for so long, and I love that it's still around, and I love that people are still playing it.
We love having people play
thanks for letting me talk about it with y'all. Yeah, it's fun.
It's great. It's great. It's wonderful to have people to talk about the game and at a good level. Because, don't get me wrong, there's some people out there that will talk about it quite poorly.
Oh, sure. I believe that. I mean, my favorite thing to do when I play this game in just pubs is to like roll up and be like, and just start planning, right? If my teammates go along with it, that's great. But I always do try to use the voice communication function within the game to convey my plans to my teammates. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but that's a cool part of this game that I think is very fun.
Get your microphone checked. That's the quote from the thing, from the menu.
All right, so they are set up to defend arcade pretty well. Like, look at these knacks, right? Like, they're just sitting there. If they know that the red door gets blown, they can start spraying in there.
We've got Freezer POV there. What a wonderful POV. It's a 3-2 split here. We've got Booty, Frank, and Roby on... They
already in.
Green. For
also,
free.
Roby notably does have the AK, which is going to be pretty nasty if they can get a peek into bathroom here. Let's see what happens.
The nade. The nade killed the server for a bit.
Yeah.
Got a kill on Winter Draken. Winter Draken dies to the nade. They preemptively naded the bomb that was going to be an arcade.
That's
because
pretty
Winter
gross.
Draken thought to Flogel it, but they already had a nade. They thought it was going to be pre-placed because it doesn't get destroyed by that red door.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that.
MAA Spartan swinging with
wow.
the
And they already... So they can't...
CBC gets MAA but trades with Gefter.
Yep. Good
Vector
use of
attack.
power on defense. 2v2.
2v2. We're down to Jack with the AK. Wins against Vector attack. It's down to Najubis.
Nujabes 808 can get this.
Jack and the one... Booty Frank
so
needs
tough,
to swing
though.
here. Swings. Does it not to get MAA spot and Najubis.
So close.
Jack is able to kill it.
Yeah, that was very true.
Whoa! Oh, whoa! A little bit of toxicity going on.
Some tactical shooting. Some
tactical shooting.
Yeah, some tactical ammo usage.
Wow.
All right. That was a close one. Like that could have gone either way, I think, in the end, but that was really good on Jack, and he did have the AK to kind of push there. Not a ton of health left though. I did like Nujabes' game. Like they played that really well in terms of knowing how to take the 2v1. Obviously the math did not work out in their favor, but tactically I think they were making good choices. And Jack's swagger walking out.
Oh, I mean, the swag walk is completely unmatched to Aura Farm.
Yeah.
But some really good defense there. It was a bit of a rough start with Winter Draken dying to that nade. I mean, like, come on. This is we're meant to be high level here. It's meant to be DPL. We're meant to be able to get some kills, not die to a nade. But there was some good trades there. CBC unfortunately taking out Gefter, which probably made it a bit harder for Mos Eisley, but they were able to come back, take the round.
I just noticed that Mos Eisley's Cantina's entire team have the Lego Star Wars.
They do.
I love it.
That is their whole thing. And
incredible.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And I believe that's why Booty Frank, this game is called Booty Solo.
100%.
Solo selected today.
That's how I noticed it. I saw that one first. Then I realized Gefter's Boba Fett over there. And Rogue's Yoda.
I don't know what Jack is. Jack is some droid.
Jack is one of those droids from episode 1 that work on the pod racers. I have no clue what CBC is, though.
CBC is one of the flying weird things that, like, they're weird and flying. I think they're in the Jar Jar Binks era.
Damn, that's so many things in Star Wars that you just
that is a lot of
weird
things
and flying.
I've not watched it in quite a long time, but I, for some reason, only remember CBC's character. I just know them.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. Is he a dealer,
so it looks
maybe?
like I'll be honest, that profile's just not ringing a bell for me. It might be some kind of trooper, some kind of clone trooper. But it does look like the same attempt is being made by Mos Eisley Cantina that Projekt MKUltra made on attack in terms of dock. The difference that I would like to see is putting more people on the dock push.
Yeah,
because I think it's just a stronger choice than splitting storage.
100%. We see a much bigger difference in specifically. It seems like they're going to go for some. We've got
Loving
truck
this
POV.
angle.
Specifically, is this smoke play we've got from the team. So we've got.
I love that smoke. Out.
It's a really, really nice smoke. Clears off that main angle, but they need.
That's such a good. Yeah, they need to.
Well, they
shooting the van.
Stairs.
No one in there, but they can never be too sure.
Charges down. Big man is first for contact here, probably. Oh, Morp shot goes out, hits Booty Frank. Roby's low HP. Jack trades with Najubis as Big man takes out Roby.
They close the trucks immediately. No one in them, but I like the heads up play.
Oh, wonderful shot there from Gefter. Big man with Igmar. And he isn't able to get away. Shot through the smoke, I believe.
CBC needs to get in there. Gefter's great to sit outside with the saber, but they need more people inside.
Well, it's just down to Winter Dragon and MA.
CBC and Booty now actually in there.
Oh,
so I do believe.
Shot.
I do believe that Winter Dragon and MIO Spartan can do this. Like, I think Mos Eisley Cantina needed to get in faster. Jack, however, is in a position to flank.
And it's down to Winter Draken, takes a shot, doesn't get the kill on CBC. Jack is mollied off.
Did get the hit though, so
Winter Draken takes out.
Love to see it.
Jack pushing into office. Both are now stuck in this office area. It's a 2v2.
That's true. Jack can now kind of successfully defend while CBC jumps across to defuse if they can coordinate that. Like if I'm Jack,
a bit of damage. A flash goes out.
Interesting. If I'm Jack, I'm telling my teammate to defuse right now. I'm like,
oh yeah, 100%. Winter Draken in the corner though. MA Spartan swings and gets Jack. Oh, it's Winter that gets Jack, and it's down to CBC alone.
Oh wow.
CBC gets MA Spartan. It's Winter Draken versus CBC. Winter Draken gets it. What the hell? Quite 4K with the ball.
Yeah. No, really well played by Winter Draken there. Like, definitely made all the difference with the mop, putting in a lot of numbers. I would love to see her damage numbers at the round in there.
When did Winter learn to snipe? What's going on? Why is she not picking up morp in my 10s? Why am I having to morp in 10s? When she obviously can hit shots. What's going on? MKUltra taking another round. I mean, absolutely amazing. What a round. And that was so unfortunate for the attack because that was such a well-planned and well-executed attack. They had the smokes well lined out in that toxic.
Yeah,
I mean, lost those fights.
I do like the way they pushed in. I do think that, yeah, they still took a while to claim the whole dock area. Jack did a great job of trying to kind of thread that needle and hold them off. But if CBC had maybe been able to defuse earlier when it was in that 2v2 scenario, they could have gone a lot differently, for sure. Well, we got a jungle now. A new jungle. A new jungle with a bomb that seems real hard to get to. Let's see here. Oh, I think we have played this one in the past.
Yes.
Kind of remembering this.
Yeah, this is a map that definitely is loved to be played by the defense in Castle. Castle is very strong because that green kick, those Castle blockades, look directly onto that landing craft. And so you get nice, easy shots, run back, run into pit, close pit, and be fine. Be all happy. But
I feel like the attackers are pretty incentivized to take that top red door just because it's the clearest path to bomb.
Yeah, it's
and it really it just ignores Castle. Like if you're able to get in that way.
Oh, 100%. Yes. The problem with this map though, and more not the problem, more the struggle for the attack is that top right jungle. That is absolutely brutal because you can barbed wire that.
Very hard to get through. Yes.
Really nice angles to play through.
Yeah,
so they just need
definitely
to save a nade for that, which they communicated.
I would like to see that. It does look like they're going for a beach castle split, so a different approach to the map. But taking castle and beach is a good strat here.
We got meta on the Flogel. Projekt is about to Flogel off castle. They've pushed in. I think they've placed the charge, so maybe they've gone. There's the charge though. Meta attack gets the Flogel, but they pushed through. Can Meta attack get one? Oh, they're able to trade. Big Man gets CBC, Meta attack gets Jack, and it's down to a 3v5 already. That castle blow has just been taken out. Booty Frank swings, doesn't see Meta. Oh my god, Meta's behind Booty. But doesn't get the kill. Oh my god, Big Man trades though.
Wow.
Oh, Najab is with a lovely Igmar shot, and it's down to Gefter.
He has a flash. He has some angles. Oof, this is tough.
Oh, Winter with another great mob.
What? Yeah, what? Okay, maybe. I mean, Big Man is one tap, so this is still winnable if Gefter can anticipate where Big Man is.
Yes, Gefter getting a kill on MAI was huge, and then the team K. It's down to Big Man.
All right, getting an extra flash here. Oh no, the nade. Getting the nade here. Good nade.
Get rid of that barbed wire in jungle. That's huge. That means
Big Man right behind Gefter. Wait, did I not see that right on the? All right.
Gefter swings. Winter Draken not able to get the shot. Big Man and Winter both know where he is now.
And
Big Man is coming to
intercept. Big Man's coming to intercept right here on the other side of the door. Oh, Big Man can now get behind.
Swings. Doesn't get him. It's down to Winter and Gefter. And Gefter gets it. Oh my God, these are crazy. What's going on?
We said it was winnable. And it was won.
How has Gefter done that?
That was really good. I thought I think that was, I don't know about the pings in this round. I don't know about, all internet connections and otherwise, but I thought Big Man was going to be able to cleanly flank Gefter there.
Oh, 100%.
And instead Gefter just flipped around and shot his head off.
Yeah. I mean, that was an absolute slam dunk for Projekt MKUltra. They were up 3 men.
Very much. Would love to know Gefter's heart rate right now.
Oh, it's got to be at least in the 200s, I'm guessing. Absolutely awful plays there from Projekt MKUltra. I mean, how do you lose that? And we're on this kill house. This is a fun kill house. This is one that is very wallbang heavy, and it's got some nice angles. Meta Attack's drawing that bar angle onto that bar, but in lockers. And it's that's a really strong angle because it's quite hard for them to check without peeking into it. But it looks like Attack go for a backstage push. What are your thoughts here, Soy, on this map?
Bomb and Pillbox seems tough. Not gonna lie, this does seem defender-sided.
Yes.
Woof. Jeez. Let's see. If I'm on Attack, I think I want to go crates into construction, and I want that to be my way into Pillbox. If you can you shotgun Pillbox doors? Yeah, you can, right?
No, I don't believe so. I think they are just open. You can't kick them.
Oh, are they just open close? Yeah.
Close.
Oh, then I'm absolutely on the Attack. I'm trying to take crates because that's an easy flash into entry. I'm trying to shotgun my door into construction and possibly deal with a barb. They're very smart to place a barb there, I think. And then I just want to avoid the peek outs from Pillbox, and I want to basically if they can coordinate it and if they have the nade, I know they used the nade last round too. I would just want to very quickly open the door, have my teammate chuck a nade into Pillbox, close the door, and then do a push with flashes and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they're going for the coveted.
I would want to. Yeah.
Rising Phoenix play. I believe that's
I would want to
here.
ignore as much of the map as possible as an attacker here. I would want to go crates, construction, Pillbox, and just care about nothing else. Instead, they're going backstage. We'll see how this goes.
They're doing the Rising Phoenix. We're seeing it, ladies and gentlemen. We're seeing the Rising Phoenix in play in a non-chaos game. What's going to happen?
I'm so excited to find out what that means.
Oh, it's just running. It's just W King.
Oh, yeah, that's right, baby. Running in.
One from it.
They're running the maze, but hey, listen, if they have the confidence in the guns.
Oh, good molly from the defense there. It would slow down Roby. Big Man is in this tub spot. Is he able to get one when they swing this? Who knows?
All these wall exchanges, but they are getting in the hallway.
Big Man misses!
Whoa!
What are you doing, Big Man? Nujaba swings as well.
This is chaos. All right, MIA Spartan is playing defense. These last two defenders are in a good spot to just kind of hold. They're in there, though. They need to be real careful.
But Winter Dragon's on a lovely flank.
I love this. I love this.
Oh, Roby isn't looking. Roby!
No,
able to trade.
MIA.
Down to MIA Spartan.
Yes.
Can
do it. Can do it. Run away, MIA. Smart.
Such low HP.
So smart.
Oh, this is so close.
Whoa!
Oh, and Roby swings. What a round.
That was good. Good play by Roby. That jump scared me.
What a round.
Holy moly.
Wow. I mean, that was the Rising Phoenix rising from the ashes and getting the round win. Maybe Khaos are onto something. I don't think so, but hey,
I think that map is just. I mean, the way that Pillbox is set for the defuse is just so chaotic. Being able to open and close those doors and have that room to kind of play the ring around the rosy with.
Like you said, it gives defenders a massive stronghold to play off of. But on the opposite is once attackers are in there,
yeah,
it's so hard for defenders to get in there and kill the diffuser.
Well, let's see if Projekt MKUltra can start to put some numbers back up here.
Fingers crossed. Match point. 2 months.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, I would like to see them at least put up a fight. I think on defense of this map, we've got switch in teller and 2-sided vault. So attackers are pretty incentivized to go lobby into teller. We'll see if they actually do. And yeah, I don't know. I think if you go lobby into teller, you can ignore the top half of the map. You can bully your way into security.
100%. Yeah.
You can ignore hall loans, and then you can just peek out to a Cantina on the defuse side. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like it's just a green door. I think they're just going to force green door this. They're going to take that hall control, take that security control. But it's fun to see that the attack have actually highlighted in accounting. They've highlighted where they think they might barbed wire.
Can they wall charge into teller from that left red door? Is that an option? That would be cool. I don't know.
They could, yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Their charges are like, though. They
just
blew Khaos.
That is a play on this map that could work.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a one to get easy button control. But
ooh, loving this overhead.
Ooh. Specifically on that accounting, though, is we've got a barbed wire spot that is really, really bad for defense. I think a lot of people like to use that, but it's actually really counterproductive. But it seems like
smoke out.
Oh, I like lovely molly.
Yeah, no, that's gonna buy some good time, and attackers still need to find a way to deal with this barb.
Gefter takes out one. CBC is taking a bit of damage from Big Man, I believe, at Hall. Another molly goes out. Very, very shallow, though. I don't know what that molly is. Big Man is going to repeat, because of course he is, and he takes out one! Oh my god!
Yeah, that's a nasty angle that Big Man has. That's really good, especially because they're still going to have to try and get in and torch this barb, but they're just walking in through it. Roby with the shield, Jack coming in behind with the torch. Now they're in. They are into lobby.
Now. Is Big Man going to swing here? He dies instantly.
Yeah, that's too bad. I would have liked to see a quicker peek.
Reloading. Able to get back. Believe Winterdrack in here. She's going to swing with Meta at the same time as soon as Roby goes through there. They've got a nice crossfire here. They just need to not be greedy and peek it early.
Yeah, at this point I would be playing on bomb just to try and prevent them. Like security's your choke point here.
Yeah, MAA here with the knack, able to not allow Booty into security.
Yep. Oh, and they are torching. Torch being put into play really well on this map.
Flank. Is Roby gonna get Winterdrack in here? Whoa, Winter takes out Roby, and it's down to a 3v3 now.
Yeah, no, I think they can defend this quite well with what they're currently doing.
That security door has been
They are into security, so they're gonna have to, yeah. Winterdrack in a potential to flank here.
Shot from Gefter. MAA with the knack. Jack takes out Winter, and it's down to MAA Spartan, who just isn't up to it.
Interesting hipfire there from the knack player.
And that's game. That is 1-0.
That's one round
Cantina.
to Mos Eisley Cantina. Projekt MKUltra needs to find it within themselves to embrace the heel turn.
Oh, 100%.
Absorb the hatred and become stronger.
Yeah. And I mean, that round was, very well fought defense round. Just needed a bit more oomph to it, you know? There just needs to be a bit more on that attack, on that defense. There was a lot of open and dead space on the map that they kind of just let loose. But it's good to see so far that Projekt MKUltra seem to be putting up quite a close fight. You know, it's only 1-0. It's a best of 2. So anyone new to the format, we are playing a Swiss tournament. BO2s. It's 2 points per round per game win, 1 point per tie, and 0 for a loss. So right now, Mos Eisley Cantina have scored themselves 2 points. They can get 2 more, but they need to beat Projekt MKUltra once more to get it. And so it's going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be quite tough. But Sobaz, any thoughts on that last game?
You know, it was interesting to see so many close matches kind of fall in the favor of Mos Eisley Cantina. I would like to see a rally from Projekt MKUltra. It seemed like they were quite adept at defense, but they were just getting bullied a little bit on those aggressive pushes. Mos Eisley Cantina often in a lot of those cases just able to run in, kind of do some quick maneuvering as attackers and then flip around and kill them with the SMG. Yeah, we'll see. Is it randomized who starts on attack and defense each round?
It is, yes.
Okay. So we'll just have to see what that die roll's like too. I think it would be nice to see Mos Eisley Cantina, or rather, Projekt MKUltra start on defense next round, or start on attack so that they get the 6 straight defending rounds.
Yes.
We'll see how that die roll goes. I'm actually pretty interested in that, because I think that's one of the more interesting parts of this format is just having to have one solid stretch of 6 games of either attack or defense. Plays to certain teams' strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we will be back with you for another lovely game against Projekt MKUltra versus Mos Eisley Cantina. We're going to take a 5-minute break, so we should see you all in 5 minutes. Bye! It's me again, it's me, Tetra. You haven't missed me because I'm always in your brain. And I'm here with Soy Bars.
Hi, everybody. Good to be here, Tetra.
Oh, I mean, it's always good to be in the casting room with a lovely another caster. It's always fun. But we're back with another wonderful game of Projekt MKUltra versus Mos Eisley Cantina. We've just had the first game. They're already queuing up for the next game. It's going to be back to back crazy wackiness, and it's crazy. And what are your thoughts on the first game, Soybuzz?
Was hoping to see a little bit more from Projekt MKUltra. Definitely saw the potential for them to make plays. Some really good positioning and, like, you know, kills from Winter Draken, even in some of the matches that they ended up losing as a team. So I think I just want to see them have a little more fire under them in this match. Like, right? Like, you lost some close ones. 7-2, not necessarily a close in terms of, like, actual games. But I think there were a lot of situations in those games that were close. So we're going to see... Oh, it looks like they're restarting the match. We're going to see who ends up...
just getting in.
Okay, perfect. We're loading in.
Load it in.
I think it might be MKUltra on defense to start. We'll see.
It is MKUltra on defense to start.
All right, all right.
Defense for Mos Eisley.
Yeah, double defense for Mos Eisley. But MKUltra, maybe they can get a good start. And you know, I'm defender biased in this game in general, but I think obviously attacking is a powerful position to be in as well.
Yeah, I mean, defense is known for being definitely the team that you can snowball more off of.
Yes.
You know, attacking is so just, you know, stuck to the rules, whereas defense, it's really like you get one pick, and then as soon as that one pick comes through, it can all explode in about 3 seconds.
Absolutely.
Because the economy snowballs quite hard.
All right, let's see what we got here. Operation Intruder Wolverine.
Lovely factory.
Wow, this is a tough bomb. Shout out to the fellas in Arise. Cute.
Oh, in Arise VC.
Oh, okay.
Who's in Arise VC? A lot of people are in Arise VC. My God. Shout out to the fellas in Arise VC.
They must be having their own little watch party.
Shout out, fellow. Yeah, it's a strong factory, I think.
What do we think about trying to take office via storage? It looks like that's what they're thinking about.
Yeah, and this storage is definitely not the usual play you see on this factory. A lot of teams like to go for that server farm wall charge. I think strong, but can go.
Wow, yeah. Actually, server farm wall charge seems quite strong. I didn't even think about that for a second. Is that a window there too in the little toxic area?
It's a bulletproof window, in fact.
I see. Oh, you know what? I think I played this map once, precisely once. I'm now remembering this bulletproof window.
But I think that a lot of people, underestimate how powerful the storage is.
Right.
They're doing a 3-2 split on this green and red, and we've got the door charge to come out. We've got a lovely smoke on both the exits, so it seems like they're gonna go for a hard office push, take that office, and then possibly hold toxic from just office and defuse behind the bomb. Very, very strong plays here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, taking the long way around is Roby with the clacker. I guess they're just taking some time outside of trucks to mess around before running over to red door. Here we are setting up.
The door charge goes out. And the good molly there from MAA. While the green push happens, green are pushing
I was going to say, where cameras are on the green push, so we're looking in here. We have eyes on the bomb through the bulletproof window. Winter Draken sitting there with the mop. All right.
CBC kills Jack.
That is a tough one. You do not like to see that, but you do if you're Projekt MKUltra.
Yeah.
MIA, Spartan, and Big Man are about to be holding office together as Roby and CBC push up into the office. They're there.
Flashbang goes out. Oh, another flash. Big
yeah, that's going to be a good situation. One. Big Man needs to be real. Oh my God, we didn't even see Big Man get shuttered there by Roby.
MAA swings. Roby.
The office fight, yeah.
That office control. 4v2.
Wow, Roby just, again, bullied the way in. Maybe picking up the Ingmar here. Yes, is doing that.
Gefter, wonderful shot there from Gefter, but takes that morp damage. So he's low on HP. MAA spotter needs to watch out here. Can be wallbanged on that toxic.
This is still really good for Projekt MKUltra, it must be noted. There's 27 seconds left. MIA Spartan is tucked into the corner.
Yeah.
They do have the option of trying to do the look, Roby's doing it right now, running across toxic. There's MIA Spartan. Can Roby beat him? No. Oh, that was close though. Yeah. Really close.
Oh, and
all right. That's a win Projekt MKUltra needs.
Yeah, that's really well held office there from Projekt MKUltra. Obviously, the nade doesn't help. I mean, they subbed out Booty Frank, but it still seems that the soul of Booty Frank is still playing in the game. Don't really know how that happened. But it's all fine because they won the round. They took that quite decisively. And we're now heading onto our next map.
Yeah, curious to see what this is. Obviously, a bank. What is this?
This classic bank.
Red door into servers.
Yes.
Switch in manager. This bank is not ringing a bell for me. Maybe I haven't played this one. I'm trying to think.
Maybe not. But this is quite a fun. It's quite a strong. It can be won by both sides, but it always ends up being quite a strong win and not a 1v1 situation.
Right.
This manager is very, very easy to hold for defense. Same with accounting. There's 3 ways in, but they're quite similar in the entrance. And they're very easy to barbed wire off.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I'm defending here, I kind of don't care about most of the map. I'm just trying to choke point the entrances from manager and accounting.
Yeah. I mean, there's some strong pushes here.
Right, like I wouldn't even care if the attackers like walked all the way into hall as long as I was sure that I had green door into manager and green door into accounting covered. And then obviously there's the open entrance. That's probably the easiest way for the attackers to get their way in towards manager. Looks like they're gonna try to do red door servers though, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
I do think that's quite a good green door for the defenders to hold. So if they get a good read,
they're doing a lot of green holding, which I mean, not against, but they're going off of the view that attack have just lost a round.
Yeah,
they're probably not going to use a charge here and probably lose their clacker. That's what the defense are going for, and that's quite a weak mindset to go into.
Yeah, because the attackers are absolutely using the charge. They're doing it.
That's the thing. So many people are so up for this. Let's hold green hard because they're not going to do it. And then the easy way to counter that is just blowing a door because everyone here in green. Oh, but the molly goes out. I'm going to shut up.
Yeah, I was going to say they are attempting that green-red split. Roby and Jack in position now on servers.
Oh, but this door charge is about to be absolutely ugly for the defense because they're all looking it the wrong way.
Oh, Roby got to trade. Jack able to push into lobby.
Jack gets one more.
Yeah.
And now they're forced into that hall and accounting area, and now it's looking quite rough for defense.
They still haven't. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. I still think defense, as long as they're willing to stay where they are and hold switch, I think this is still pretty much in their favor.
They have got 2 flashbangs. Flashbang goes out.
Jack did get the workhorse though. That's
and there what
those
a
flashes.
Flash. Big man, they're picking up Gefter. Isn't able to take out another one. It's down to Metro Attack in a 1v2 situation here. Metro Attack gets one, but trades with CBC. Wonderful round there.
Very close. Well fought. I mean, good on Jack picking up the workhorse. That was clearly like the difference maker there in terms of him just getting into the room to get those last 2 kills and like out bully the defenders on damage.
100%. I mean, really strong plays there. CBC, I mean, Jack specifically. And I mean, that is why I'm like repeating this point is if they blow first round, don't expect a green. Because then you're left like that and you're all looking the wrong way and you're going to lose people to looking the wrong way and there's no bar and there's a bunch of other reasons. Hold it like you would. Imagine they haven't just lost a round. Imagine it's from first round, they have every blow. That's what you want to do with a second round in due process. Imagine they have every single charge known to man. Still hold it like you would normally.
And just having the confidence to say like, hey, if we win this round, we'll still have a 3rd charge and a clacker. Like we need to just the resources are there. You can use them whenever you want.
Exactly. And now Mos Eisley Cantina have just won a round, saved the clacker, and have a war charge ready to go for this 3rd round. Which I believe was a kill house, if I'm not mistaken, although I could be wrong here. I'm gonna say it's a C-store now because I've not heard the kill house sound.
Yeah, I didn't look.
I'm gonna say it's C-store because you'd hear a ding, you'd hear a little kill house sound, and it's a C-store.
Hey, this man knows due process.
Hey, least I could do. We're on.
All right, this is a bigger C-store, kinda.
Yeah, this is definitely a strong war charge C-store. A lot of people are using this arcade war charge spot. Very strong.
Oh, sure. That's pretty cool. I like that.
And the thing is this war charge spot as well it's almost impossible to play against as a defense because you can hold the arcade, don't get me wrong, but once they have arcade, office and lights are so easy to flick as the attackers.
Well, so are they going? Do you think they're doing? You mean the wall charge into Teller, right? As seen on the map.
Teller, yes.
Yeah. Instead of trying to do the wall charge like from office. See, this is what I was wondering. Yeah. Okay. I was trying to figure out which one was better. Like.
See, ideally, what you do here is you blow Teller, open up shutters, and then gain 90% of the map hold to then just flash them out in bathroom and office.
Yes.
And it's very hard to do because flicking lights is the main defense to when a team want to grab the shutter control, because shutters are controlled by the lights. So if lights are out, the shutters cannot be opened.
Right.
Due to them being so close to this green door, it's so hard to play lights off and counter that you basically have to just give it up.
You do see defenders. You do see defenders barbing that green door and potentially getting ready to play defense in office for the lights. It looks like MIA Spartan is set up there with the knack, although he doesn't have the barb. It's Winter Dragon that's going to come and place it.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so anticipating the play that you called out, which I like to see from Projekt MKUltra, like they are aware of what is probably the best thing to do on this map.
Yeah, 100%. It's good.
Let's see how they. Yeah, let's see how Mos Eisley gets it executed, as Roby is already in.
See, this is the thing is.
Okay, there's the wall chart.
Dies here to wall. Metro Attack dies here to wall. 3, 2, 1. Oh, maybe not.
Wall charge is placed. CBC ready.
Oh, they charged the wrong wall.
And there they go. CBC running in with
Big man
the
with the
jump. Yeah, big man auto shotty in a great position here to.
Very, very strong. Big man with the full blind there. Windstruck not swinging. MAA swings though, gets one with the knack. Windstruck gets the other. It's down to Jack and Cohen now. Jack able to get MAA spot and Windstruck in 1v2. Winter trades with Jack.
Wowee. All right, 1v1.
And it's down to the 1v1.
Grabbing very the groupers, Cohen.
I mean, this is very, very close.
Oh, I love this. Dude, look at this picture-in-picture. Great job, production.
And now we see that Winter Dragon is hiding in this.
Yeah, Winter Dragon is not budging. I love this play.
I think Cohen might know. Hiding in bathroom stalls is the obvious move, I feel.
Sure.
But Cohen does not see Winter Dragon's feet because she's on the toilet.
Yeah.
She's standing on the toilet.
She's doing it right.
Winter Dragon swing.
Winter Dragon. Let's go. That was sick.
Wonderful play there. Standing on the toilet there.
Absolutely sick.
So Cohen cannot.
Yeah, you gotta stand on the toilet. You cannot like it's if you're not standing on the toilet, you should not be in the stall.
That's true.
This is my rule of thumb. All right. Not free as Projekt MKUltra. They are putting some numbers up. They're gonna maybe rally one round at a time. Two processes played one round at a time.
We're back on this factory.
Back on this
wonderful factory, I must say.
And now it's the six round run as attackers for Projekt MKUltra. Can they keep the lead?
Who knows? I mean, the thing is knowing... Oh, never mind. I thought, knowing Projekt MKUltra, they're going to war charge level pump. But they're not. They're going storage. Very bold for them.
They want this.
They want this. They want to win this. And they don't want to give it up easily.
Yeah, I do think the wall charge being so obvious. I mean, I guess it's just that, you know, I think I have played this map such where we anticipated they were going to wall charge and we just held green door and it was really hard for them to get in. So I see that the level 1 has been met with the level 2 and players are going for a different route.
They've upgraded for sure.
Yeah, because like you really can hold green door like from several gross angles if you are present and aware on this map as a defender.
100%. Yeah, very, very strong angles here, specifically on defense side, holding the screen. And this, I mean, they're pretty much copying what.
Yeah, it's funny to see because I think we've seen this in a couple games from both matches today where teams are just doing the same strats because they have pretty much determined it's the better thing to try, even if the other team has already done it.
Yeah.
I do think. Yeah, I think 5 stacking storage would be strong here. I don't even think split because it gives you a natural split of going out into dock and office.
100%.
They're doing something different, but we'll see what it shapes up to be.
We'll see what they do. But it's okay. They're going for, I think, maybe a
3-2 split.
3-split. Yeah.
Yeah. So Big Man and who is that? Big Man and Winter? I can't even see on the map. Yeah, Big Man and Winter are green door but faking ? Big Man is running over to red door. Yeah.
He's the one with the nades. They're gonna need that. Roby though has a barb ready. Barb wires that
red door in, meta attack in. I love this. 4 people in storage. And then Winter Dragon sitting on green door to probably try and get in after they've rotated. I like this.
Or possibly hold this rotate because they're gonna rotate out, I feel.
Yeah.
Swinging. The Jubes gets one, Meta Attack gets another, and Office is dead. Jack here to hold Office, but Winter might be able to get him unless Winter check. Winter does check downstairs, but
this
not
is a great spot. 4v2. I think this is really good for Projekt MK. Grefter does get one, though.
Beautiful man.
Yeah, and CBC sitting in position. I mean, they're about to attempt to cross Toxic, I believe, up in Office. We'll see.
The 3v2, CBC has Dawn, which is not a good situation.
Oh, not at all.
Time in this situation.
Oh,
but gets an LS kill on Winter Dragon.
That was such a good angle. I was wondering. I mean, I knew CBC was down there. We can see that as commentators, but I was looking for them in the view of Winter Dragon.
Oh, and Gefter doing some wallbang damage onto that.
They really need to push the advantage here, though. I think they're just letting defense stand still for too long.
Oh, 100%. CBC here with the Dawn, though. Is he able to get when he swings? He gets Nujabes. It's down to Beth for attack.
CBC.
1v2. Igma Dawn versus KRM. CBC swings with the LS. He gets another 2 LS kills.
Yeah.
Best weapon LS, anyone?
I mean, real credits to CBC there. Finding that first angle to pick off Winter Dragon. That was brutal. And they're going to get the workhorse as well, so...
Yeah. I mean, that was very well attacked, I feel. There was very, very strong start.
Yeah, no, they started with a definite advantage.
Yeah, took off his control really strong.
They took too long to push into bomb.
Oh, 100%.
They needed a much more core, and I get it because that's a hard push. Like they're cut off by that toxic. There's the single boards, whatever you call that, the little wooden boards that are set up. That's your bridge to cross. And CDC was able to just stay crouched, hidden down there until they got that angle that was unseen.
Yeah. I mean, really, just like a really strong push, and then
good use of the LS when you had the Dawn too.
Oh,
like very
awesome
heads up, obviously.
Yeah. CBC hitting heads with that, wonderful. And we see this bank, and it looks like they're doing something. They're doing something with this. I think they're going green. They showed that they were gonna torch green. But again, they're going off this mindset that they have prior, which is, if you lose round 1, oh, never mind, ignore me. I was going to slate MKUltra. But they've changed up their minds. I think they're going to do a split push. They finally realized
Winter Dragon's picking up. Yeah, Winter Dragon's picking up charges. I think they're doing a servers into accounting type situation.
Yeah. It seemed I believe they're going hall to manager. They're gonna. I believe they're gonna green door. They're gonna kick entrance and put some pressure there, and then blow hall to sort of cut off that southern part of the map. To then hopefully take the rest of it.
Every barb that Mos Eisley has here is a good barb, so I really would like to see these be put to good effect, and I'm curious to see how MKUltra deals with them.
Mm-hmm. Mos Eisley are very good at playing as a team, and barbed wires are a util item that definitely requires a good amount of teamwork. We've got truck POV here.
Love it.
Winter Dragon places this charge and has the saber. Would have been nice last round, but unfortunately
they're gonna have to wait out this smoke from the fire extinguisher. We'll see how they deal with this green door barb. We know it's there.
Lovely smoke. Cohen is smoked off. There goes the sniper.
All right, they're gonna just walk it in. I think they don't have. They have flashes. They're gonna need to flash to get through this barb.
CBC has a molly ready.
Yeah, CBC and Roby waiting in the lobby for this push.
Roby pushes back a bit. CBC swings. Able to take a big man and runs back into the smoke. Gets killed in the smoke though, and Roby leaves lobby alone.
Yep.
I think that's probably a good play from Roby.
It was. Yep.
Gets a little bit of damage on Metro attack there. Lovely wallbang.
I mean, I would rather having them come into server is trying to wallbang, yeah. MIA Spartan, meanwhile, picks up a kill.
Yeah. And they've taken the south side. Gefter here with an AK. Winter Dragon takes out Gefter though with the saber. They've got saber. Cohen has to swing here. Better attack. Cakes Roby. Cohen, will he get the trade on Winter? And he does! He gets the shot on Winter.
Very good. Meta attack in a position to kill Cohen here. Yep.
Oh, and Cohen goes down to Jack in a 1v3.
All right.
Cohen just out of position there.
Projekt MKUltra, let's do it.
Jack gets 1. Jack swinging for this, gets 2. Down to MA's Spartan. Jack's gonna hit this barb.
This is nuts.
MA has to push the barb no matter what. Jack needs to hold it. Swings though. Jack 1 HP. Just play the barbs, Jack. Just play the barbs.
He is so hungry for it. Good try. Yeah, that was wow.
Jack, just play crouched behind the desk, man. You have 2 barbs on the entrance.
No, he was feeling himself. You could see it.
He was definitely feeling himself. Shame.
It's all right.
Again,
listen, yeah, no. Sometimes, especially on defense, right? That's the tough thing. When you're absolutely pop it off, and you still have 40 seconds in the round, and you're the only one alive, it's hard to remember how much time is left in the round.
Yeah, definitely.
You just want to kill.
But I mean, 3 rounds to.
Yeah, no, I'm in favor because we might get some more due process here if Projekt MKUltra wins this match. We'll see.
We'll see. MA Spartan picks up 3 that round though. Very, very strong from MAA. I mean, a PK kill. As a PK enjoyer.
Right.
PK kill. I mean, wonderful. Just gotta wait on this C store. and it's this one, and they've got the wall charge ready, and they're gonna blow this storefront and torch it, it's an all right strat. It's an all right strat. It gives you a lot of storefront control, gives you a lot. But I believe they still have a nade, so I'm very confused on why they don't do what they did, which was gain that tele control, probably because of the bathroom. But it gives you so much of the map.
It looks like they're trying to nade. They're just going to try to use the nade to clear bathroom.
Yes. It seems like they're expecting a barb on that southern bathroom door.
You know, I think I like the idea behind this plan, which is that if you do torch that entrance angle and you have they do have the saber still. MIA Spartan is essentially gonna hold that whole left half of storefront, while the rest of the team can presumably like funnel in on the right off of flashes and, you know, the strength of having their angle covered.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
And they are bringing the shotgun, so the plan is definitely big man shotgun that green door, someone chuck a nade in, and really try to ignore that entire top left half of the map that is Teller, Freezer, and Arcade. They're not caring about that with this plan.
Yeah. It seems like they are gonna... I assume they will take telecontrol. Telecontrol is always very strong on a map, and that shotgun definitely leads...
I don't even know if they... I don't know if they'll need to, like, in terms of what they seem to be drawing up, but it's definitely an option, right? Like, it depends on how important because they can get in either via bathroom or via shotgunning the left Teller door. I would be curious if they take bathroom first. That's what I'm curious to see. All right, well, let's see how it's brought up. Already blown. Haven't even... I thought they were gonna wait to torch the...
I believe Ruby counterclacks them.
Yeah.
Flash goes out. Quite deep.
That must have been it. Actually, yeah, you're right.
Oh, Cohen on the crossfire here. Gets one. Doesn't get two, but Ruby swings.
Meta attack has the nade.
Gefter gets one. They both retreat.
Big man is dead, so there's no shotgun for the bathroom door. Meta attack is stuck having to maybe kick bathroom door, but you know, Jack is right on the other side, right? I'm looking correctly.
There's no need though. Bathroom door is a swing door, so completely free to open.
We still have Winter Dragon holding the outside angle, able to see inside Teller, so can spot Gefter right there. Which, I mean, she can give her information, that information to her teammates as far as who's looking at bathroom and who isn't.
Saber shots come out. Winter Dragon is now pushing in with the team.
This is a very good defense right now. It's
bad flash. CBC able to take out meta attack. Really bad flash from MMA. Swings Roby, doesn't get one. It's down to Winter now.
Yep. I think this one
goes out.
Yeah, that's
Jack swings.
Really well defended.
Absolutely pushes. Yeah, very well defended. I mean, that first play of Cohen getting the pick gets traded though, and then Roby is able to take one. Gefter gets one. Roby is able to deal some damage, and they both run and just take that one kill.
Yeah.
The one-man advantage, and just run away. There's no need to take any more fights. You can just run and play time, and they will make mistakes. That's the thing. Some people forget that if you're in the man advantage, they're going to be more stressed than you. Let them make mistakes. And they did. They missed a flash. Winter was probably outside more than she should have been. They made mistakes, and we've not seen this dome before, so that's good. I love the map picker.
I think the other thing it came down to was big man dying before the door was able to get shotgunned open, the bathroom door. Just the amount of tempo that created for the defenders was a lot.
Yes. 100%.
In terms of that nade didn't get used very early. It ended up not being very relevant as they were able to play around it.
Yeah, it was definitely there were definitely some flaws to that plan. But
back on this one though, back on Talon Sinful. We'll see.
A very unique strat.
Yeah, no, this is cool. It's funny to see it get like placed. You know, we can see both sides drawing here, so we can see that there's a barb placed at pit right in the path that the attackers are drawing.
But it's fun to see this wall charge specifically because
I do love this wall charge. Is that a wall charge that you have to die to plant?
No. You can place it, but you have to make the jump to enter it. So we could see some people falling in pit if they aren't able to make the jump. And it's quite easy to jump.
I will be honest, I did not know you could place it from that length.
Yes, the placement range is about... That's probably the max placement range, is about one tile.
That's good to know. Very good to know.
But I mean, we see this castle blow, and it's quite strange to double blow on this as a first round.
Ooh, we love a good crowd angle. All right,
pushing there.
Yeah, running underneath the castle.
And they're
5-manning it too.
Yeah, I don't know if this will go down well for Mos Eisley because they're just hard holding.
I mean, they're looking. They can see the whole 5-stack right here. Yeah.
And I think they're going to know that there's a wall charge coming out. But they're hard holding this south side of jungle, which is very
Cohen
smart.
And Jack and CBC and Gefter are just stacked on the entrance of the wall charge, the prospective wall charge hole.
Big man kicks. Roby is full blind.
Roby's also going to be in a position to get a pack. Nope. Dominated.
CBC is able to trade. No, he's not.
All right.
He does not get that off. And they're in.
Projekt MKUltra, they're free to set up. Let's see if they can execute.
Wall charge goes out, Metro Attack jumps in. Molly goes out, Jack's able to pick up Metro Attack. MAA peeking the wall charge, but CBC, how is Metro Attack not seeing? How is MAA not seeing CBC? Big man goes down to a misplay, and it's now a 3v4.
Yeah, this is tough. Although these flashes should be good.
Flash goes out, able to get Jack.
Good to get Jack.
Are they able to get Cohen? CBC goes down in the top spot, and oh my god, and they've been able to get 3 there. It's down to a 1v, it's down to a 2v1, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Gefter is holding the line. Gonna have to push. They need to just stick it.
Playing ring around the roses around this tree. 67%.
Yeah, this is stressful. Come on.
They've got a bomb. Why have they a bomb?
Stick
Wind Dragon gets the kill, though.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
What a round. I mean, what a round. And that war charge feels a bit unnecessary, a bit overkill. But I think at this point, they're just trying to get rounds. They're trying to get
100%.
around, get that set up.
I would, if I was MKUltra, I would just want to be positive going into defense, which is what they are set up to be doing.
100%. They want to be up on those defenses, so they're ready to start winning the rounds on that defensive side. But we're on to a fresh kill house. We've not seen this yet. I don't believe this. Oh no, we saw it yesterday, but not on today's stream.
Ooh, wow! This is a kill house. Look at that bomb. It's tucked all the way into the corner. It's hard to get to.
Hard to get to.
Let's see. Wait, where's... Oh, shed into second red door. Okay.
So we've got a
and then the green entrance is loading dock.
Yes.
It looks like they're maybe gonna try just a green entrance approach here. Although, is this a new set? No, this is not a new set. So
No.
they've used the wall charge. They cannot wall charge.
Yes. Double blown, so.
Yeah, I guess they're gonna make a green attempt.
Yeah, I think
that makes for a difficult hallway entrance, but it is based on 100%. Econ.
I think econ wise, this is definitely the best thing to do. They've got a corner smoke on both backstage and lockers. They're gonna try and make this green push a little bit easier by having that north lockers to hall red door be a lot easier to swing. Same with that backstage. It doesn't seem like they are. It seems very strange what they're doing. They're looking like they don't. It kind of drawing-wise it doesn't look like. It seems like they're going through hall, but it's not entirely sure why they're then going to smoke backstage and that stage area if they're going to go through hall. But it seems like they're doing a split. Ignore me. They've now drawn an arrow to club.
I would like to see. I would maybe like to see them split into club and get into kitchen. They're bringing a shotgun, right? So. I think it's really going to see. I want to see how Big Man uses the shotgun. There's so many green doors that need to be handled.
Oh, 100%. Big man needs to not throw his life away here. I think they're going to shotgun open club. Smoke goes out. There's no one really holding these. These smokes are pretty pointless. But the one smoke they might need actually isn't being thrown. Flashes go out in club. They've hard peaked. Roby with a bit of damage onto meta attack there with the knack. Roby in pillbox playing with his life here. Getting some wallbang damage onto Winter. Winter at a third of HP lost there from that Roby wallbang. And they're playing off this barbed wire so hard. This whole barbed wire is very, very strong.
Yeah.
Big man is trying to bait the wallbangs. Is he going to work, though? CBC from Hall. Nade goes out. They're going to get rid of the barbed wire. Very good idea. But Jack with the auto. He's going to swing. He's got to swing soon. They're through. Jack gets one. Gets traded by Big Man. Big Man's on a run. But Roby gets in trades. It's down to a 3v4 now. And they're all in club.
They're all in the south end of the club. And they haven't made entry into kitchen, which is like, that's where I'm like, come on.
Oh, good trade from Najubas there.
Yeah, that was good. That needed to happen. I don't know why MIA Spartan and Nujabes aren't rushing kitchen right now, but okay. We need to get in there. Oh, it's because there's a barb. It's hard to see on the map. I'm staring at map mode.
MIA Spartan here. Don't kick this alone, please. What are we doing? Let's not go alone on this push. Let's wait for our team. Oh, MIA Spartan gets taken down by Gefter.
Oh, the walls.
Lovely wallbangs.
Yeah.
Oh, my Gefter. Masterclass in wallbangs. Oh, and he gets another. Gefter, you're cheating! There's no way you're getting these wallbangs. Oh, my God. And that's the molly.
Yeah.
I mean,
4v4.
what a masterclass in wallbangs. No barbed wire there. There's no barbed wire. There's nothing giving Gefter audio apart from footsteps. And he gets two. He gets a guy standing on a door that has made no sound for about 10 seconds, and a guy that's prepped a flash. That is an absolute masterclass of how you win around fire wallbangs and Khaos. Well played. Great round. Wow. I mean, it was expected. It was a green. They were gonna lose
it was a green. It was a tough approach. They're still tied. And that's the end of this set. Like, they're switching now, right? Yes. No.
One more.
And
they've got a door charge for this map. Oh, this map. This factory. What are your thoughts here? What would you do if you have one charge here? What is your plan?
It's been a while since I've seen a factory with the little box setup, the little double entrance box setup right there. I love those. Those make for some fun approaches and like angles you can do. Let's see. Looks like they're thinking storage into office is a good play. I'm inclined to agree. Although looking at it, if you take the south side entrance, no, yeah, they do have that peak from office door. I think, yeah, it does make it like it makes like Doc or that red door seem like tough choices. I get that. And they only have the one wall charge, right?
They just have a door charge, I believe.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant, door charge. So yes, I think this storage approach is pretty good, considering that it gets to ignore a good chunk of the map in terms of lines of sight. I don't even think you really need to take office as long as you plant people looking at that peak right there, and then you try to go out through that little green hole with flashes and smokes and take your angle onto the bomb. Yeah, much like they've drawn up, as you like the arrows that they're doing. I think are showing what they intend to execute.
100%. There's definitely some.
Oh, and they're splitting into server fire. That makes sense too. I actually didn't even consider that part of it.
I can't really tell what they're splitting because it seems like that there's a total of 7 numbers.
They did draw quite a few numbers.
Farm, got a 2 and 3 on storage. We'll see what the split is.
Yeah, we'll see what they actually come up with.
But I assume we're going into a 2-3 split on 3 storage, 2 server farm. CBC though is taking quite a hard angle on this first storage blow. Blow goes out. They've brought shield. CBC is able to get a bit of, show presence there.
Yeah.
And we're going through. They're pushing through into storage, but never mind. They're doing a 2 storage, 3 server farm. Wallbangs from Jack do nothing, but good pressure there. Green is kicked. Now Gefter knows they're there. Gefter with an Igmar. Is he able to put some shots down range and do something? Servers are smoked off. There's one in servers. Who is in servers here?
Map view here. Let's see. Big Man, Meta, and Nujabes are pushing into office from server side.
Bad Molly.
And, oh right, they're splitting into servers or to office. Jack is holding the line.
Bad Molly again. Winter Dragon swings, gets. Oh my God, Jack slowed down.
No, Jack is playing office so well right now.
Bad Molly, but maybe that means that you can play off.
Look at how he's dodging these. Jack is so scary.
Jack gets 3. What a play. What a strong office hold. And we've got some nice shots from Doc downrange.
No, CBC and Cohen need to do what they're doing. They're doing the right thing.
Yeah, hold, lovely shots down
play
there.
Time. You only need to hold for 35 seconds. They're gonna be like coming to you. You do not need to worry about that as defenders, right? Like this goes back to what we were talking about, like when you're on a hot streak and you have 30 seconds left.
Wonderful morph shots.
Good shit from Cohen, yeah.
Nujaba's on 1 HP, meta attack on about 20. Smoke goes out, CBC gets 1, gets meta attack.
Oh, here we go with the
plus with the most HP and gets another.
Love the way CBC played that. Love that.
Oh my gosh, what a play. I mean, Jack, what an office defense. 3 kills and a pretty bad set of 2 bad mollies.
Yeah. Too bad for MKUltra.
Yeah, strong push. I mean, that office push, getting that office pressure, they just needed to kill Jack. I don't know why there wasn't a flash on Jack.
Like I said, like all 5 of them were converging on office with only Jack in office, and somehow he lived long enough to kill 3 of them. That was wild. Another good highlight of the day.
But we're now back on this dome, where we've seen the power of the war charge.
Right.
And, you know, do they...
Okay, this is where I want to see... Well, I need Projekt MKUltra to win this one. Spirit bombs up for just a 3rd round of due process. I know we're on a delay, so I don't have chat up this time. But
they don't go to an overtime.
By the time you hear this, put your spirit bombs up.
That's true. They don't go to overtime if they win this. This is just a best of 2. There is no overtime on this. So we've got at most another 3 rounds of due process to be played in this match.
Yeah, no, it would need to be all 3 from Projekt MKUltra to win right now.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
We need to see some more epic gaming, let's say, from Projekt MKUltra. They need to win all 3 rounds in a row. And is it possible? Who knows?
So because it's a Swiss format, if they tie, it's just 1 point to both teams, and Mos Eisley gets the points from their 1st round win?
Yes. So they get 1 point if they tie the match. So Mos Eisley get 3 points overall.
As a Magic player, I am familiar with this format.
It's a lovely format.
I've played a lot of Swiss rounds in my lifetime, yeah.
And it seems like they're going to go for a green push. I'm not seeing a door charge down. They might be going for a green ruins push. Doesn't look like they've brought a door charge though. It's a full 5-man push. Ignore me. I thought that 5 was a 3. I can't read, it seems.
So they are 5 stacking beach with a grenade, with a smoke.
Yes.
I'm not sure I see the vision, not gonna lie. But we'll see.
I think they're definitely waiting on they're definitely hoping that they do quite well on this round.
I like the way they split this smoke. They need to be peeking these castle angles. Like, please, like, do not let Winter Dragon just get you for free.
Not a good snipe here. But we've seen Winter pop off on this map before, killing her teammate. So maybe it'll happen again.
Wow.
We got is that Meta? Meta is ratting in base. Have they spotted Meta? They spotted Meta. And Roby takes out Meta.
Wait, yeah, what is Nujabes 808 doing? They just had someone in sight. Wow.
Oh, Cohen takes out Nujabes. What a shot.
Did I miss see that? I thought Nujabes had one of the attackers in sight and just kind of let them live there. Maybe to stealth.
Winter.
Did not work out.
Oh, Jack with a nade kill. Down to a 2v5. This seems impossible for MKUltra to win this.
Yeah, they're converging on Winter Dragon.
Oh
she is not going to live through that.
White. Big man, 1v5. We all know this is impossible.
Yikes. All right, well, so we're not getting a third match, is what I'm hearing. Is that even if this is a tie, that's it.
That's it. There's no third match. Even if Projekt MKUltra were to win this, there was no third match.
Oh, in general? Wait, how does this work? Is that in general?
Just best of two. Just best of two. There's no overtime. But I mean, they could tie this out and secure themselves a point. We're going to need them to secure a point here. If they don't secure a point, then it's not going to look good for MKUltra. They're already quite low on the team rankings. Let me double check where they are on the team rankings currently.
Oh, I think they were bottom.
They are currently, let's have a look. They're currently in 10th place. They're at 9 points. If they get one more point, they then go above Gupenstein and are 1 place away from playoff contention, which is very, very good for them. So they need this point. They need this point bad. I mean, we'll see what happens. But it's not. It's looking very close. And I mean, this defense coming out. It's
look at this wall charge placement. Does that work? Does that work through the geometry right there on the wall? The sinks and such.
I believe so.
Okay. All right.
I believe so. But we'll have to see. I'm pretty sure you can place through kitchen.
So Projekt MKUltra throwing that Hail Mary, trying to do red door into kitchen into. Oh wait. Oh no. CBC has the wall charge. Am I mistaken? Am I making this up?
I believe they're going to do a 3-2 split bar and then wall charge into sight is.
Oh, never mind. I'm I just confused myself.
Don't worry. It's okay to be confused.
We're all good here now.
Let's see what happens here, though. They're leaving the truck, and we've got some barbs that will probably slow down the attack, which is specifically that kitchen barb. They've placed a barb on that east side kitchen.
Yes.
Which will really slow them down. But they have a nade, so I'm assuming they will nade that barb. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I guess it sounds like they're trying to make a distraction over loading side before CBC blows.
Door charge goes out. And
CBC's in as well. They're bullied in. Yep. All right, now we got to see how they get into kitchen. Kitchen is being held by 3
They don't have a shotgun, though. Big man here. Big man is so close there. They're going to nade. They're going to nade it, and Big man's going to die to that nade. Nade goes out. Big man is absolutely
oof. Yeah, he didn't really have a lot of options, was that?
Flash goes out.
Stuff, but
full white. Roby's
I love to see that. I love to see these flashes.
Metro attack with Roby. Bang. The knacks are here to play on crates into kitchen.
I like this defensive knack play. Absolutely love to see it. All right, they just blew up the door. CBC gets one. In.
Oh,
looking like this game is over.
It's down to a 1v1, and Jack gets the closing kill. That is 2-0 to Mos Eisley Cantina. What a play. I mean, what a wonderful game we saw here. Very close rounds.
Yeah,
very close gameplay.
Some good stuff, some good matches. Little closer than our last sets as well.
100%.
But yeah, love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, very, very close games. Both really, very similar teams, I'd like to say, in gameplay, but it seems that we've found out the winner of Projekt MKUltra versus Mos Eisley with a 2-0 win.
Yes, Mos Eisley Cantina advancing up the ranked bracket, presumably.
We'll see.
Up the leaderboard.
They might move up a place in the leaderboard. We'll see. We'll have to check back in once all the standings have been made. But
I'm scrolling back
very,
up
very
the
strong
old
game.
standings, yeah.
We'll see what happens. Anything
Previously
could happen.
in 10th.
We're still waiting for a couple of games to finish today, as all games aren't streamed because we'd be here for
I was gonna ask,
maybe 10 hours.
Informational question, Tetra.
Yes.
Presume I'm an outsider who doesn't know a whole lot about the DPL. I see that there's a top 12 teams here. How many teams in total are in the league?
So we're only missing 2 teams off that top 12. So there are only 14 teams. We started off with, I believe we started off with 18 teams. We've sadly lost 4 teams along the way. So people couldn't make it and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So teams dropping rather than being eliminated? I wasn't sure.
Yes. So the Swiss format that we have is open for anyone to join midway through. It's an easily drop-in thing. We would just slap you right at the bottom of the leaderboard and you can play whenever you want. But we have a lot of dedicated people that are playing every week. And so these are the 14 teams that have played every single week. And are putting up some good fights. I think we're going to see next week, we're probably going to see Rise versus Khaos again. They're off their 1 week ban of each other. So we're going to see the top 2 Titans clash once again.
Tell me more about that. Does your teams get a ban on who they get to play on a given week?
Well, once you play a team, the week after, you will not play the same teams twice. So there is just a 1 week gap between the teams you can play. And as Arise and Khaos are number 1, Swiss seeding basically means they're going to play each other. So we're going to see them week 4 play once again. But before we leave, quick reminder, guys. Buy due process now! Buy it now! Right now, iHeartDP in the chat. Use the emote. We've got 2 emotes. We've got the blue and red one.
Here's the thing. As of me watching this, there's 54 of you watching the stream.
You all better buy the game.
I'm gonna guess most of you own the game already. So your mission is to tell your friends to buy the game.
Exactly.
Right? We need more people playing Due Process. And tell your friends to watch the stream. Because we need more people watching high-level Due Process.
True. High-level Due Process.
This is just my advice.
Because this guy plays in high-level Due Process. Like, what the hell?
I play a little bit of high-level Due Process. But I only do it in unranked.
It's high level to the point where high level is somewhere else.
I just don't be having the time to hang out in ranked matches these days.
That's true.
I wish I did.
Anyway,
trust me.
Thank you all for stopping by to this lovely DPL stream. We'll see you next week at 2 p.m. EST on Saturday
2 p.m.
for our first game of the weekend. But I have been Tetra. I've been co-casted with my fellow commentator here, Soybars.
That's right.
And we shall see you all next week. iHeartDP. Bye, everyone.
Play Due Process. Tell your friends. We love you.